Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in. Look at this, beautiful. We already got about 30 people in here, chilling, waiting for us to start. Do me a favor, channel members, sound off, and we'll go ahead and greet all of you beautiful people for jumping in here. I hope everyone had an incredible Thanksgiving, dude. It's been a crazy week. I apologize. Look, I left y'all hanging. Oh man, I left y'all hanging on Tuesday and Thursday. I knew that I wasn't going to do a show Thursday, but Tuesday, that was all me, okay? And yes, for those of you watching here wondering what shirt is Dark wearing? I am wearing the new DLD merch shirt, the Vermint, didn't I? 11. Oh man, wear this one at Thanksgiving and see all the questionable faces in your family. Yeah, especially when here's the real magic. When people are looking at you and they're like, "What is that shirt?" And then they say it out loud, and then they're like, it's like that one news anchor that, or who I think it was somebody on YouTube that was reading a comment from a young gentleman by the name of Nick Gurr. And when she said it and it all flowed together, she was like, "Oh my god." And that is exactly what happens when they read it. So it's funny. However, I just found out that there's an issue with the merch shop. So I'm working on that. So for the people that place the orders already, be patient. I'm going to get it taken care of. For some reason, it was set to not fulfill these orders. So I'm going to have to clean that up and get it taken care of. So that company took your money, and they didn't give any to me either because nothing was fulfilled. So just hang tight. We'll get it all taken care of. So let's go through and say what's up to all of our channel members, and then we'll go ahead and get started. As you'll see, the name of the stream tonight is DLD Live. My attorney has instructed me to say in Minecraft. Obviously, we know it's a joke, right? Because everyone knows that in Minecraft, wasn't there a white paper that was circulating between like the FBI and some other places about in Minecraft? They were like aghast that it meant low key for real though, like come on, come on. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through and say what's up to everybody. So Kurt 24 was first this evening. Kurt 24, congratulations, my guy. And for everyone here that's new, if you don't know how we do, we greet everyone as they come in. So if you don't like that, then do me a favor and cough and then come back in like 5 minutes. Okay. Kurt 24, not only a channel member, but also first in chat tonight, my guy. Congratulations. We all love you. Also a channel member. We got Too Many Choices in the building. What's up, brother? Too Many Choices also is a channel member. We got Mark Tucker, also a channel member. Let's see. Too Many Choices, Kurt 24. Johnny Propane. What's up, brother? Another channel member for sure. Rusty Krusty Trombone Shackelford. Great to see you. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. I honestly, at this point, I have so many Rusty Shacklefords in chat. I never know when it's the same one. I actually think this is the Rusty Shackelford that came over from Cape's show from Out of Battery podcast. That maybe not. Is this our Rusty Shackelford or a different? I don't know. Look, every Rusty Shackelford here, we love you. Okay. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, what's up, fam? Great to see you. Another channel member. Appreciate you. And the reason that we greet all the channel members is because we literally would not be able to do this show if it wasn't for y'all. So shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Zanti Misfit, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Another channel member for show. Let me see. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Oh, okay, my bad. All right, so Zanti Misfit, also a channel member. My guy, great to see you. Mike McClune, the Loon, what's up? Another channel member. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out as well. Hey, Benchies Go Boom, what's up, fam? Another channel member, of course. Drew, also a channel member. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Let's see, Zanti, Kurt, Key, ASC. What's up, man? I guess that's like a term. That's like a tech term or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. It's not my thing. And thank you to all y'all that stuck around during the Instagram stream that I did last night. And for those of you out there that are like, what? You did a stream on Instagram and I didn't know? Well, then you got to go over on Instagram and follow me too. So, Goombeam, what's up, fam? Goombeam, man. If you don't know, then now you know the best tactical flashlights in the business right here. Goombeam. It is no joke. These are literal lightsabers. I'm just waiting till he is, somehow, restricted by the federal government to say you can't sell those. Those are actual lasers. look, look at that photonic focus of that beam, bro. And who knows? Maybe something is coming in the future with Goonbeam and DLD after dark. I'm just saying that may actually just be uh, my vape smog. Oh man, great to be here with y'all. All right, so we got Goonbeam in the building. And by the way, just so you all know, there is a link in the description if you want to support Goonbeam and also support the channel. And there's a discount code in there too. Tim Hoppa, what's up, brother? Tim Hoppa, he is also a channel member. Appreciate you. We got Zanti, too many choices. Z, Meep, great to see you. Appreciate you coming and hanging out as well. Also a channel member, ADXR920. Now I can finally say that I too am of the family of the XR920s. Yes, Black Friday is a mofo with Geisley Super Dookies and Shadow Systems and the whole nine. It's crazy. I know. We be doing crazy things around Black Friday. Did I say Black Christmas? Black Friday? Whatever. You know what I'm saying. However, Black Christmas is an excellent AOTP song, Army of the Pharaohs. If y'all don't know that, go check it out. It's kind of an extension of Jedi Mind Trick. Anyway, go check it out. All right, moving along. Joe Morris, what's up, fam? Also another channel member, my guy. Appreciate you. Goonbeam Senor Gort, great to see you. Appreciate you coming and hanging out as well. You guys are great. John Doe, what's up, brother? Another channel member. Tech Money, salute. Always saluting. Man, I'm pretty sure Tech Money started the whole salute thing on the channel because prior to that, we didn't really, he did that. So shout out to you, Tech Money, and salute. Yes, I'm doing a left hand salute because honestly, I got the mic right here and it just gets in the way. Just gets in the way. I know I've not worn the shoulder rig in a while. I know. I gotta bring it back. I know, especially in the wintertime, right? It's cold. It's cooler nowadays. So I should bring it back. Let's see. Z, Kurt 24, Tick Money, Gord, Joe Morris, my guy. Great to see you. By the way, Joe Morris, didn't you win that OTF box cutter and a Goon Beam, I think? Let me know how the OTF box cutter is working out for you, man. I love mine. I use it every day. Tack knives is incredible, man. I'm looking on my desk because I know I got tack knives all over the place, but tack knives is awesome, and they're doing like giveaways, 2-for-1s. They're doing BOGOs. They're all sorts of crazy stuff. Go look at what they have going on their website. Use code DARK, you get 20% off your order as well. And I'm not shilling. I'm just trying to support them because they support the homie. So Joe Morris, Kurt 24, Zanti Misfit, Gort. Let's see, Tech Money, Zanti. Hey, Constitutional Carpenter. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Another channel member. Let's see who else we got. Goombame, Fluffy. Is that Joe Goombame? Yo, Goombame. Montana, my guy. Great to see you. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out as well. Constitutional Carpenter. Z? Testing, 1, 2, 3. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Let's see. Tim Hoppa, Z, Kurt 24, John Doe, testing, 1, 2, 3. Mark Tucker, Malka, Fluffy Bunny, Kurt 24, Tech. Let's see. ADXR 920. Mark Tucker, Drew, my guy Drew. Dukelton, how do you feel that I'm not a channel member? You know what? And I'm just going to throw this out here for you, Gert Chop. Great to see you, by the way. I hope your trial's going great. If you, you know what? Can somebody ROR Gert Chop? All right. Just let the man live. Okay. That's released on your own recognizance, by the way. Okay. So if you go in your device and you allow gifts, it's where you click around the super chat area somewhere. The last I saw, if you click allow gifts, when people give channel memberships away, then you would then be able to receive the gifts as well. So try that out. Hopefully, because I mean, dude, I think everyone has been a channel member at least once. Because people, look, a whole bunch of people aren't lining up to become channel members on DLD After Dark, right? I mean, some do, and I love y'all for it. But most people give a bunch of channel memberships away, and that's how we get to this place where we take 20 minutes to welcome everybody. So for the people in the beginning, when I said, come back in 5 minutes, who came back? And we were still greeting everyone. I'm sorry. We have like over 100 channel members who all engage during every single stream. It's insane. It's insane. But I love y'all for it. OTF box cutter with a skateboard tape still holding up. Yes, I love it. I love it. And for like 50 or so bucks, he got it for free because he won that in the giveaway, which I may be bringing back here in a moment. But bro, like 50 or so dollars for an OTF razor blade knife, like fire, fire. I love mine. And I purchased mine, by the way, for anyone. Yeah, but you get free stuff from Tech Knives, bro. I'm not Mr. Guns and Gear. I'm not Demo Ranch. I don't get. Come on. I mean, some people send me stuff, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, moving along. Kurt 24, we got Z, we got Mark Tucka, Joe Morris, Anti Misfit. Who else we got? All right, let's move to the honorable mentions here. We got Gerchop in the building. Y'all know. Damian Christ, what's up, brother? My brother in Christ. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. G23, what's up, fam? Great to see you. Let's see, Gerchop, G23. Everyone else is a channel member, I guess. Look at that. Rumble Vulcan, what's up, bro? 9 minutes behind, playing 2x to catch up. Awesome. Donald R. DeChico. There was a Chico. I think there was an attorney on somebody I knew that was a DeChico. DeChico, right? That's how you pronounce it. I don't remember, but I just assume people like that are important who have fancy last names. Yo Dark, happy holidays, everyone. Appreciate you, SL. Scott Deepagnificent, what's up, bro? Great to see you. I probably always say your name wrong. Cali Preppa, what's up? What's up? Let's see. I think we got everybody. Run gun. In Minecraft was a court case. Oh, that's right. I think somebody did share that with me. I think Crump shared that with me. You can see that it's stuck clearly. DB says scored a Glock 17L today. Boom, boom. First question, what generation? Second question, hell yeah. I'm just kidding. That's not a question, but that's dope. It honestly, if I could score like a second generation Glock 17L, oh, and I think there was some like Gen 1.5s that are like between Gen 1 and 2, but they have a very Gen 1 like frame. Those are dope. Those are dope. I think those were like 89 to 91 time frame. Man, those are just such cool guns. I got a whole bunch of second generation Glocks, and I love those. I mean, they're just great guns. They're super smooth. They're just incredible guns. Love it. Hey, Gordon, what's up, bro? Happy belated Turkey Day. Appreciate that. You as well, my friend. You as well. Flying Rich Firearms in the building. What's up, y'all? Great to see y'all. And let's see, DL motherfucking D. I love that every single time. I know it's coming. Appreciate you. And yes, so for I think we had one or two come through for the shirt. Again, chill out on the merch orders because something was messed up. I know a few y'all had already placed orders, but for some reason, the store is not fulfilling it, even though they took the order, took the money, and it just says hold on fulfilling. So just hang tight. I'll get it figured out within the next couple days. But just so y'all know, I do have some interesting stuff. The first one being the shirt, which is the Vermint did 9/11. Oh man, again, I wish y'all could have been there when somebody today actually that said, "What does your shirt say?" And I was like, "Read it." And they were like, "The Vermont did 9/11," and they're like, "Oh," like you should have seen their face. It was incredible. We also got some exciting things like phone cases for your boy Chips Ahoy. Yes, that is the Sleepy Roofer phone case. I know it's exciting. This is for all of those Branch Davidian nights when you just have to use your phone, and also you just want to celebrate the first sleepy ATF agent at Waco. There you go. Available in a whole bunch of different kind of phone cases, but I think they're iPhones only. So, Big Fish, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Yeah, so this is hilarious. It's also relatively inexpensive for what it is. Um, this stuff is so bad. Oh, and check the back. Got the little blue cam light on the back. You know what I'm saying? And then we also have this. So this was a special make for Detective Young Kimbo, because over here, guys, we are patriotic, okay? ATF Ambien, yes. So, to make sure that we can celebrate how patriotic we are together, I made this. Now, notice which side the holes are on. It might be backwards. It might be a reverse American flag with a sleepy ATF agent on it. Yes. But you know what? It's what the people wanted. It's actually what they literally demanded. They were like, Dark. I was like, yeah, but check out this ATF pillow and this ATF backpack. And they're like, yeah, we want the flag. We want to fly the flag of the lazy roofer. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I didn't want to do an American flag upside down, okay? Because I still believe in what the country is supposed to be, okay? But what the country is supposed to be and what the country is are very, very, very different things. So I figured it would still get my point across if I did it inverted. You know what I'm saying? And don't fall. Don't fall on me, homie. And then also, of course, make it the lazy roofer. So there's that. There is that. That drawing is hilarious. So, funny thing, hopefully I don't get in trouble saying this. Come on. So, I made it look like a drawing. It is man, I don't if somebody has rights to the picture, I don't want to whatever. There's going to be like 500 people that see this. Thank God for my small YouTube channel, right? So, I took the original picture like of that day, the real life live action picture, and I took it and then I like you know how there's those different filters that like make it like kind of like cartoonish. I did that and then I applied some other filters and then made it look like pencil lines and then I kind of put the you know what I mean. So like it made it like this and then I put different like color patterns on it so I have it in like actually like every single primary color. I even got like bro, I got like red, white, and blue. That's the backpack is in red, white, and blue. I got the hoodie that's like red, white, blue, glowy blue, and then purple and red. Yeah, red. And I got also like yellow and some other colors too. But it's hilarious. Like why would you not want to hang a picture like this above? It's a picture the whole family can, be involved with. So it's great. And for anyone that thinks it's a little too, I don't know, brutal to celebrate the sleepy time of an ETF agent, let's remember what happened there and at many other places. And let's remember our friend Matt, CRS Firearms, and remember the challenges that he's going through due to a corrupt government. And let's look at our lives, our individual lives, and remember how much has been totally deuced on by these same people that we're talking about here. And not only them, like just people in power, okay? The people that are, the string pullers, like, come on, let's be real. All right. Do they not celebrate when we die? That makes me feel a lot better. Okay. Anyway, moving along. Facts. Thank you, Tech. I mean, bro, they y'all know what I say. Should we do a shirt of my government saying the government hates you and wants you dead? I think we should literally make that a shirt too. Now that I have the creative ability to make anything into a shirt, I think we should do I mean whatever y'all want to see, right? In Minecraft, that could be a shirt. That's not my idea. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go through and say what's up. Mark Tucka, G23, JC9, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Prepper Book Club in the building. Great to see you. G23, Wired Tight, what's up, fam? Good to see you. My bad. I think my gain is too high for me to be talking this loud. Might be. Let me turn that down. Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, great. Okay, Fluffy Bundle. The fact the Kim light is on the back of the shirt versus on the sleeve is no coincidence. Yes, yes. Um, there's a lot of like little Easter eggs in when I do stuff like this. Um, you know, stuff. So you gotta be on the lookout for that. Like on one of my hoodies, I hid on both of my hoodies, I hid a Kimlight somewhere. So you literally have to find it. And it's just a cool thing, right? Do you guys remember when I didn't say this publicly. Never mind. Uh Cranjith McBasketball. Jonah, what's up, fam? Jonah, I promise the second I get off, I am gonna shoot that over. Promise. Pinky promise. You're probably never gonna want to help me again for the rest of my life. Deck picks. That would be a good shirt. Shout out all my dudes, MAGA, because our forefathers sacrifice. Hell yeah, Sport Brain, appreciate you. By the way, Sport Brain, you're the guy I gotta holler at, man, because something happened to where when dudes are going to DLD hardware, because the merch is available on DLD hardware. But again, pause, don't go like crazy buying it, okay? Because the orders that have already been placed, for some reason, it is not fulfilling them. So I got to figure out what's going on there. I went through every setting that I could to see what was going on. So Sport Brand is the man. He knows about all this shit. So I gotta holla at you. Gotta holla at you. So actually, Jonah, I want to set up a separate show. Our guest should be on here in a moment. I want to set up a separate show. Damn, where's my drink at, bro? I want to set up a separate show focused around night vision and dirty civilian type ish. And I want to have Jonah come on and do like a deep dive into night vision and like what to look at, what to think of, and specs and the difference, or all sorts of different things like that. T for Tejas, what's up, fam? Good to see you. And since we just gained like another 10 people in here, let me just show y'all again. Okay, so one more time, the shirt says the guy. I'll move that. The guy, Vermint, didn't I? An 11. I will I'll never get enough. And I literally, to whoever saw it, like I just took a Sharpie, drew that out on a piece of paper on like a cereal box, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna make this my next shirt. And I asked Rich, Crump, a bunch of other people, and they're like, yes, absolutely, you should do that because it's hilarious. It's not only hilarious because it sure is a conversation starter, but to hear other people say it when they are trying to read your shirt is like, oh my god, it is just music to my ears. Dark, if you had to provide guns to people for what oh greater than 400, for greater than 400, you talking about yards? Greater than 400, what would you go with? Consider these people to have little to no firearms training. Oh man, I could think of Fig Vermin sucks. Yes, it does very much so. Hold on. Oh, less than 400 yards. For 400 yards and within, is that what you're saying? My bad. My eyes are struggling. I should have just made it big. So 400 yards and in. Look, nowadays, ARs are extremely simple and ARs are highly effective at 400 yards and in. And let me just say this, okay? So now I know people are going to be like, I'm not a wealthy man, okay? But when certain things pop up for the right price, I will absolutely buy it, even if it kind of stretches, the wallet, as some would say. Um, I recently purchased the Geisley Super Duty. I'm also building the OD Green Super Duty lower, and on Black Friday, Geisley put out their 1-6 by 34, so their LPVO for sale. It's normally like $900, and they had it on sale for $350. And I was like, bro, that's a deal, right? Is it the absolute best optic? No. Is it the best optic for $900? Absolutely not, from what I hear from other people that know more than me. Is it a very well-made optic for the $350 price range? Absolutely. I would take that all day. Now, their 450 whatever dollar mount that they have, that's expensive. Okay, it's a Schmidt& and Bender government contract overrun, the one that I purchased. It was a Schmidt& and Bender government contract overrun mount on sale for $277. So I put both items in the cart and went to go pay, and then it says 70% off of the mount when you buy these items together. So it was already reduced down from like 450 or whatever it is to 277, and then I got 70% off the mount. So we're talking like $406 or whatever it was, 420-ish, for whatever, about 400 bucks for a scope or LPVO that is equivalent to a Burris RT6 cost. I was literally, and I know I would have gotten so much for this, I was literally about to take this $2,500 Geisler Super Duty, Geisley, geez, sorry, I've been, yeah, Geisler, Geisley, they're both things, check them out. Anyway, so for the Geisley Super Duty, I was literally about to take that $2,500, what sells for $2,500 here. I would never pay that, but I got the 40 millimeter green one that usually sells for over 2 grand. Most of my local shops have them for 25 hundo. One had it for 25.99. That is insanity, insanity. Anyway, I know that if I put a Burris RT6, which is a 1:6 by like 24 millimeter tube, LPVO on that thing, I would have caught shit by everybody, but I was going to do it because it made sense financially. So you take what makes sense financially and you put a better quality optic in that category. Absolutely, I'm going to do it. So I did it. Everyone's going to, $420.69. Oh, Benchy, I can always count on you for a laugh. Watch it actually be that too. I would not, honestly, I would not be surprised that that's about what we're talking. And there's 69 people in chat right now. Ayo, I'm just saying. Where's my bottle opener? Hold on. And y'all should also get yourselves one of these. Shout out Risky Krisky brought this up on his video the other day, and I was like, man, this is something that every single person should have. Come on. So two things. What the fudge? Sorry. Two things for the people that are going to ask. Number one, this is a tool that will allow you to get water from almost any current modern commercial building out there. Yes, you can use other tools as well, but this is a good handy tool that you can just throw in your pack. You can also use it as a blunt force object, but mostly just for water. So this is a great tool to have, and literally you can get them for like $5 to $10, depending on where you get it online. And for the people that haven't asked yet but are going to ask, this is the NC Star Vism. Yes, the world's cheapest company out there for Glock stuff. But this is a multi-tool for Glocks. This has obviously the punch. It has a bottle opener because, why not? This has a magazine tool on there. So I can actually get this. So I can pop this piece out. Okay. I can hook this piece into a Glock magazine. You know what? You want me to show you? You guys want me to show you? You want to let me know if you I'm just kidding. I'll show you. First off, let me take these G9 defense rounds out of this bad boy. Okay. So, it also has a Glock front sight tool on it. Whoop. This is like the best, like $14 or whatever, $11, whatever it was at the time. I have not found all of this in one tool since that day, but it's fire. So what you do is you take this part of the tool. So you pop your magazine tool open. Okay. You have your Glizzy magazine right here. What you do is you pop that piece in there. Okay. You leverage it on the magazine. Okay. You take it. Y'all ready? Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. I always forget to mute when I do that. So you guys get to listen to what probably sounds like a high power sprinkler. All right, 1, 2, 3, boom. That's it. All right. Now I get to take this off, roll that bad boy down. Boom, boom. I got everything in there captured so I don't send stuff popping all over the place, even though some have been telling me that I do keeps it popping. Then you put the base plate back on, right? Pop it in. Boom. Look at that. Installed again. Is that KCI? Oh, no, that's Glock. I was gonna say, what? What are the chances of me grabbing a KCI mag? And for people that are complaining about Glock magazines, let me explain something to you. They're $29.99. Bro, come on. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to get back to what my guy was asking. Oh, hold on. Not yards. Oh, you're talking doll hairs? Uh, I mean, we could do both. So anyway, the whole reason for me bringing up arriba, go, BV. What's up, brother? Great to see you. So the whole reason for me bringing that thing up about the scope was this. No, I usually do not buy super high dollar stuff. When I do, it is usually a very rare occurrence. And when I do, it's because I know I'm buying something for literally the rest of my life. And what you guys also usually don't see is that sometimes I even sell other stuff to get it, although I am not a proponent of selling stuff because more guns is better for anyone out there. Okay, so that's the only tool, one of the only tools that we have to, you know, fight against the government. Ran out of characters on my massage. That sounds like a personal problem. Okay, so let me go back here. Okay, Glock mags should be $11. Absolutely. There should be a free Glock magazine station at every McDonald's drive-through. But, aside from that, Glonk's gonna glonk 100%. Pepper Book Club knows what's up. Okay, so the whole reason for me bringing that thing up was to say this. I usually don't buy super high dollar stuff, but when I do, I know that I'm buying it once, and that's it. The Geisley Super Duty and the optic that I got in that crazy mount is going to last forever. That is an excellent choice for 400 yards and in. Now, if you're talking $400 and in, so pause that is a 16-inch 5.56 with a 1 in 7 twist. Some people would argue that the 1 in 7 twist is not optimal for blah 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 whatever. I don't care. It works just great for me when I'm running typically 55 grain to 62 grain. It's not optimized. I don't care. It works just fine, right? I'm not going for quarter MOA shit. Like I don't care. Now, if we're talking sub $400 range, you can absolutely build an AR for about $400. And even if it puts you around like 450, if you go higher dollar on some stuff, the only things you need to go like higher dollar on is for real the BCG, the bolt, and the barrel. That's it. Everything else can be dog shit cheap, if you wanted to. Flying Rich, what's up, brother? Thank you for the super chat. Only a fool would buy a Geisley Super Duty. Okay, so Rich, they know that you're also on the Geisley Super Duty team with me now. So Rich also got a Geisley Super Duty, but he got a deal because he didn't care about the color. I was dead set on that 40 millimeter green. It is crazy. You know what? I need to show y'all. So what I think happened is I think these fools were trying to do some normal OD green uh, stuff, and then they had some freak accident, too much of something somewhere, and then they were just like, "Oh my god, this looks." And then somebody was like, "Based," and then they were like, "Yeah, let's sell it. Let's call it. What does it look like? It looks like the casing's in 40 millimeters. Okay, we'll go with that." Okay, so let's see. All right, so this is the 40 millimeter green Geisley. Um, some people call it Noveski green. Some people call it, bazooka green. But that is the Geisley Super Duty. That is the exact Geisley Super Duty that I purchased, and that should be in. Um, it's actually in right now, but unfortunately, they don't have people there on the weekend to log in the paperwork. So I stopped by to see if I could grab it, and they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to come back Monday." I'm like, "Bro, I've been waiting like 2 months for this." I know. Now the other Geisley Super Duty that I'm working on is the OD green one, which is slightly different shades, 50 shades of OD green. Thank you for the super chat, Rich. By the way, so this is the OD Green Gasly Super Duty. Some people are going to be like, "Well, I can't tell the difference," and you know what? It's fine. That's not for you. That's why people spend $2,599 to get a special color of something because they're about that weird stuff. I'm also about that weird stuff. Let me pull up my chat for tonight. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to mute. Might be. Um, but then, of course, you can also put OD Green. Put an OD Green one together. Put a black one together. Shout out to my Luna Black lovers out there. And Luna Black is that sounded weird. Luna Black is Geisley's color of rifles. No visitation. They didn't even hold on and sent it via Instagram. Hold on. I gotta send him a link again. Un segundo. Let's see. What? All right, he's saying he didn't get the link. Sorry, guys, bear with me just for one moment. We'll get right back into the conversation. Hold up. Copy. Okay, we're sending the link to Big Yash. Hold on, y'all. My bad. 1 second. I'm getting him in here. See? Yeah, it's the same one. Oh, you know what? I think I made a boo boo. Okay. Might be. All right, got that. Boom. Copy. Boom. 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 What in the mother of pearl? Yo, are you serious, dog? Hold on. Okay, this is weird. Something is going on, y'all. Give me 1 second. This is super weird, dude. Yo, my bad, Josh. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay. That should work. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'll send that. Boom. Okay. All right. Sorry, my bad. I had to send that to my guest because apparently the first one I sent out didn't get to him. So, okay, getting back to it. For everyone out there, do you believe that you can build an AR for $400 or less? Now, is the AR the only option? Absolutely not. Especially if you're looking at like I don't know. Let's say you're looking at a 100 yards and in. So maybe everyone's different, okay, but let's say you wanted to have, a little bit of a unit, and it was small, and it consisted of, like, 4 to 6 guys, and all those 4 to 6 guys kinda do stuff together, and they train together, and they, maybe buy ammunition, bulk ammunition together, and they go to training, and they go to the range together, they have comms, their radios are synced, and you know and these are just dirty civilians we're talking about. Safety Harbor Firearms. What's up, brother? Dude, go check out Safety Harbor Firearms. Go check out stenparts.com and stuff. Go check out Dirtfoot Racing. He's the man. What's that guy? So let's say you have this like small team, okay? And in this small team, you have two of the dudes that have shotguns. Shotguns are excellent close in, firearms, and you could have two guys on the team that are rocking shotties, and they're going to be good to go. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the show.
And by the way, everyone out there that's going to be like, but shotguns, you can absolutely get a shotgun for under $400. If you can't, then your brain is tarded. And my first shotgun was under Under $200, actually. It was the Mossberg Maverick Model
That's what I
88.
was going to say. Maverick.
Yep, and that
Mm.
thing rocks. Montana, my manna. Thank you, man, appreciate you.
Dude, that's an awesome pump shotgun. Pump
Oh,
12 gauge. Amazing.
and you can beat the dog mess out of it, and it still runs. It will ask you for more.
Oh, yeah.
Montana,
And
did
it
that
runs
help answer your
whatever.
question? Yeah, yep. And that's the beauty of pumps too. And Montana, you brought up a great question. So how about this? How about we dive a little bit more deeply into it, and we'll do it with Josh here, and we'll think outside of the AR-15 and maybe even consider things that aren't AR-15s that are a little bit cheaper that maybe also take AR-15 magazines, huh? So we'll see. But Josh, go ahead and take a second and introduce yourself, my friend.
Josh with Black Diamond Guns and Gear, YouTube channel, and sometimes podcasts whenever we do one. But yeah,
Okay.
we just like to play around with a little video, and when we can, it is what it is. That's where you can find us, Black Diamond Guns and Gear on YouTube and on Rumble, actually.
Yeah, man. You've been doing the Rumble thing a little bit here and there?
A little bit. They take our videos from what we put on there, and sometimes we'll put some extra stuff on there that we can't put on YouTube.
Yeah.
So here and there,
Nice.
not as active as I should be probably,
That's all right,
because
man.
I mean, obviously you think like those platforms should be better for, I guess, freedom, I guess, or
Yeah.
whatever, but I don't know. I'm on there here and there, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jason Schmidt brings up an excellent point here. Jason Schmidt says a shotgun might be the only legitimate place for a bayonet. That is a very good point because if you're looking at like oh, thanks, Kurt. Appreciate that, man. If you're looking at
Yeah.
like a small team, right, a small unit of dudes, um, it's likely that let's say you have, 6 dudes and one of them has a shotgun. It's likely that you've already established certain things like sectors of fire, certain things like who's going in for close in work, and you're shooting and moving and communicating. And when you do those things, you know who's going to be going after closer targets, provided that but it's a very fluid environment, okay? But in that instance, they're going to be focused on the closer targets. So he might be right. And let me know if you guys in chat disagree. That may be the most appropriate use of a bayonet.
I mean, you got to think you're running out of ammo quicker, so you got to
Mhm.
have something, for a little bit more protection. So that might be pretty good. Which, if you think about it, the slam fires had them on it.
Yep, yep. You can dump a, slam fire shotgun quickly.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You know what? I
dude,
wonder if they take those shorties.
what do you mean? Which one? Oh, like
The shorty shock shells or whatever they are.
like the Ithacas and,
Yeah.
those slam fire. I
Well,
mean,
so
if they
I just picked up one at a pawn shop,
oh,
and
that's right.
it's in layaway. I haven't got it out yet, but I wonder if they will take the shorty shells.
Only if that company, and shout out to my guy Archie out there who did this for me. The company has to make it's like a little stopgap that you plug in there.
Yeah, the little rubber
Or
piece.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
You could also 3D print one. You can,
Okay.
as long as it basically did the same thing, which is it stops the manual pump from going all the way home.
Hmm.
And Archie also sent me 2 boxes of birdshot in the little mini shells. Those things are badass. I cannot wait to go out. I finally got an invite with a dude that has some land, and I'm gonna be going out there. I wasn't able to go a couple weeks ago when I was invited initially, but yeah, I mean that certainly changes the capacity of your shotgun, and also, uh, the ballistics are not that different.
Yeah.
Like, the ballistics on, like, one of the shorty slugs is not that different than the ballistics of a full-size slug.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, we played around with them. I don't think I've ever actually did a video on it. I wanted to, but I never did. But yeah, I think they're definitely, it's easier for them to go in there, and I think I actually even had one of those rubber pieces that you put inside of a Maverick 88. That's where I first put that piece was in that Maverick, and it worked
Yep.
just great in there. And they took, I think that shotgun itself took like 5 in the tube, one in the chamber or maybe 4 in the tube, 1 in the chamber, and
Mhm.
it took it from that to, like, 13 or something, like, it was something stupid,
Yeah, yep.
and, I mean, you for say, for a home defense situation, you can't beat that, dude.
Yeah.
13 rounds of buckshot, basically, I mean,
Oh, hell yeah. And there's people sleep on shotguns a lot. Are
yeah,
ARs and, semi-auto 9 mil Glocks excellent for home defense? 100%. They're
yeah,
incredible guns, and some of the same reasons that they're some of the most incredible guns are just because they're popular, right? Like, I would much rather be running my Beretta M9A3 on my kit, but I don't because the guys that I run with run Glocks, and I bet they would run different guns if I wouldn't run a Glock and so on and so on, but because
yeah,
they're the most popular guns, we're gonna be running the most popular guns for law enforcement, military, and all that,
yeah,
and civilians, of course. But, um, when it comes to shotguns, ammunition is quite possibly the most important thing out of all of it, right? You're going from, like, let's say an AR to a shotgun where your gun holds, like you said, 6, 7, 8 rounds, maybe like 9, 10 rounds, depending on what kind of gun you got.
yeah,
Um, yes, there are shotguns that hold 25 rounds. I know it. Okay. That ridiculously long Keltec KSG,
yeah.
I get it. They're out there.
But
But for
how
the most
reliable is that thing versus a regular 12 gauge pump shotgun?
I mean, it's pretty reliable. I'll
Is
I'll
it?
give it that.
I've
Yeah,
never
I'll give it
messed with
that.
one. I never shot one, never messed with one, I don't think.
It is,
I
the
may have shot one
equivalent.
at IV-88. I may have shot one there.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's just as reliable as it it's mostly reliable, as long as you slam the shit out of the pump. You gotta really run the pump. If you short stroke it, you're donezo, you're having problems. And also, unless you are strategically staggering ammunition, changing the tubes and stuff, just leave it in the middle and let it just do its own thing. I wouldn't mess with it. But when you're talking like either a semi-auto pump or a manual pump, honestly, what you got to do is you got to get shotgun cards,
Yeah.
because this way you can have your shotgun cards on your firearm, right?
Yep.
And then you grab the little string and then you rip it off, and you can take your AR-15 plate, your plate carrier
Mhm.
your with your mag carriers, and you can shove these in there loaded. It'll stretch them a little bit, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Push hard, it'll go. And then you can hold now, 8 in here, 8 in here, 8 in here, or 6 or whatever, which one you choose. This was $15. Like, that's nothing. When
Yeah.
it comes to gun stuff, that's nothing. So, yeah, I would highly recommend it. You can also, because they're hook and loop, you can throw them on your gear, right? When you're when we were just having a conversation with Dave Mods official about this. Um 870s. I absolutely love 870 shotguns. Those are incredible shotguns. Um I also love just brass
Give me a
bead.
minute. Be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. I also love just brass beads, but that doesn't mean that I won't run a red dot. Can you guys believe how heavily I got criticized for running a dot on my shotgun? I was like brutalized by this dude in the comments for being like, "Pff, you're running a red dot on your shotgun? How stupid is that?" And I was like, "Well, it doesn't seem very stupid at all. I look through the dot and it shows me where I'm gonna hit with," you know what I mean? Like, it was just baffling to me to think that running a dot on a shotgun was stupid, right? And this dude just couldn't imagine. I was like, "Well, hold on. You may not know this, but I can run a brass bead or steel sights or ghost rings or what. I can run that like a mofo. Like, I shot skeet for a very long time."
I'm not good at that.
Really?
Following and no, I'm not. I'm terrible at that.
If it's going sideways, I'm struggling. If it's going at an angle like that, I will crack them all day.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Actually, I was just shooting skeet at IV-88, and
Yeah.
Rich and some other folks were there. Dots being more on a shotgun than a pistol. That guy's a dumbass and can eat my ball cheese.
Ah,
There you go, ball cheese. My money is on the Beretta 1301. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, the Patrol, the Ultima Patrol, the 300,
Yeah.
man, I would definitely consider that for half the price. The end is near. Beware. What's up, brother? Unless I got my Josh's mixed up. Josh has lost lots of weight. Good job, man. What's your strategy? You won't need the fat guy holster anymore. End is near. Beware. Thank you. And by the way, the end is near. Beware. I totally forgot to hit you back. I got your email. I'm sorry. I'm a dirtbag. I do this all the time to everyone, not just you.
Oh, yeah, I had weight loss surgery. That's the reason why I'm lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
So,
But
yep.
you're don't cut yourself short. You're also exercising a lot of discipline uh, to maintain that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely different. It's a lifestyle change for sure.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, before, I mean, I wasn't eating candy bars every second, you know. Of course, I always thought about my weight. You know, I always thought about,
Mhm.
you know, what to do to help it or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it definitely takes a different kind of mindset to do what you had to do to get through to where I am now. Like I'm like 2.5 months out now, almost 3 months out. And before that, before doing all that stuff, you had to do a lot of liquid stuff. And if you are not willing to give it your 100% to stay to the liquid that the doctor wants you to stay to, you can't do it because it's very hard, really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I basically did liquid for almost a month straight. I mean,
Oh,
it's ridiculously hard. And
man.
you know, I've had people comment on like the videos and stuff I've done. They're like, "Yeah, remember when you used to just be able to just go to the gym, work out, and lose weight? What happened to that?" And I was just like, "Dude, you can still do that, but
Yeah.
once you get to a point to where you're so big, it's hard to do that. It's like when you're 350 pounds almost, it's hard for you to run at the gym. You know,
Mm,
it's hard on your knees, it's hard on all that stuff. So it's like,
yeah.
you know,
I
my
mean,
insurance paid for it, so why not do it? You know?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I've put this year much more of a focus on my physical health, being active, going out and just being active as far as like walking. And, mostly one of the reasons why I really, really, really want to lose weight is so I look cool in a plate carrier. But I
Yeah,
also want to live a long time too. No, I'm
yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
No, but I mean, look, the reality is that like I am not going to be around for my daughter as long as I want to if I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not going to be around for my family and for my friends and for other people if I don't take care of myself and if I'm at least not active. But you'd be surprised. A lot of the people that have gained like a substantial amount of weight, like the amount of weight that I've gained over the last 5 years, a lot of it is due to a combination of bad habits, but also the medication that I've been on that has totally fucked me. Even when I do work out, it doesn't the weight doesn't move like it used to, you know?
yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
part of it's age, part of it's habits, I mean, there's so many other things. Diet, age, habits, hydration,
Yeah.
what activities you're doing. There's so many other things like that. But, man, the medicine's been a bitch.
Yep. I know there's several people that have been on certain stuff, and it definitely has a hindrance on that because it alters your mind of thinking like, "I don't care,"
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And, I know several people that have done that. And,
Mhm,
it's not only that, man. I was watching this, a video on this guy who does a bariatric surgery, and he's a well-known doctor, and he's had a YouTube channel for a while,
mhm,
and he was putting out this video, and he was basically said, if you've had gastric sleeve or bypass or whatever, you want to go to the gym because there's two different things. There's a fat brain and there's a skinny brain.
mhm,
And skinny brain is what most people that work out all the time, they have a high metabolism, you know, and stuff like that, and they look fit and all this sort of stuff when they're your same age, basically. When you're a little bigger, I'm a little bigger. All these other people that are fit and stuff, they have skinny brain, which basically means they go into the gym, they enjoy working out because it's not a habit and it's not punishment for them.
mhm,
They get the runner's high. They get the feeling of feeling good when you work out. Because I mean, it does feel good when you work out eventually,
mhm,
but they have this mentality all the time. When you have a fat person that goes to the gym, it's punishment for them. It's always been punishment for them because of how big you are. It
Mhm.
just is. You can't move as good. You worry about what you're looking like when you're in the gym with other people. I mean, I don't give a shit. But you know what I'm saying? Most
Yeah.
people, they care about what they look like. They, are it's hard on them. It's harder on their knees, harder on their joints, harder. This is just harder. It's punishment no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's fat brain basically. And when you and he was talking about when you have this surgery, you you basically get to the point to where you're like, I feel guilty for not going to the gym because I feel like if I had this surgery and I'm losing weight, I should be going to the gym. And he said that you should actually wait until you're about 6 months to 4 to 6 months out from having this surgery before you even think about going to the gym.
Mm.
Because with this surgery, you can't intake enough calories to make your gym working out worth it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
if I can only take in, 1,200 calories a day, which is what my stomach can handle or whatever, based on the size of it. If you go to anybody, any trainer or anything like that, and you ask them about working out and stuff, they're going to tell you you have to increase your calories to make your body work
Yeah.
and make it good, whatever. And he's like, you can't do that when you're until you're a couple months out and your stomach has stretched a little bit, all the inflammation has gone down from the surgery, then you can do it. Until
Mm.
then, stay away from the gym. So, because I was actually going to start, I had a trainer up lined up. I was going to do all this stuff, and I started doing some research, and he was like, if it was me, I'd wait. So I guess I'm going to wait for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, good for you for actually taking action and doing something. I cannot tell you, like, the world that we live in now, so much of the world we live in is on the internet, and the internet and our world is full of people that talk, and
Yeah.
it's full of people that just talk about shit and run their mouth and don't actually take action. So I commend you for taking action, and I don't give a shit if somebody said if someone says something like, "Well, whatever happened to just being disciplined?" And they don't understand the amount of
Yeah.
discipline that it takes to do what you're doing right now,
Yeah.
as it is. Like, if we can't take advantage of technological advancements that can help you lead a healthier life, that's going to keep you on this planet longer, for your family, provided that our planet survives, uh, then we'll
Yep.
be good. Flying Rich, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, Skylar and I just sent you McFlurries. Please tell me you're joking. Because it's
McFlurries.
been, yeah. So I used to eat at
Oh my
least,
God, I love McFlurries.
do you really?
Oh yeah.
I used to eat at least one every day. At
Really?
least one every day. A lot of times I would order 2 of the smaller ones
Yeah.
because it was larger than one of the bigger ones, but it was more, I don't know, it's just I used to have make terrible decisions, and regardless of what people think, I don't care, look it up, this is real shit. The medication that I'm on makes you, first off, it slows your metabolism down like
Yeah.
crazy,
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
And then also it makes you crave sweets. And I
Yep.
think part of it is that you get this like dopamine rush when fill your and look, I'm not saying that people that are not on this medication don't have that same impact, right? But the reality is that like this is documented shit that like in clinical trials people were craving sweets when they're on this medication, and it fucks you up. But anyway, I used to eat one if not two McFlurries every single day, and it was August of last year that I stopped having McFlurries, and I've had one McFlurry. Let's see, August to August, September, October, November, in a year and 3 months, I've had one
Wow.
McFlurry. But I just shared that with my daughter. So for anybody that's like, "Oh, you slipped up," no, this was different. I shared one with my daughter because she had never had a McFlurry. So anyone that gives me shit for that, you can fuck off. So
Man, McFlurries are awesome.
yeah,
Probably one
and
of my
they're
favorite things to get at McDonald's.
just sugar. They're not even real ice cream.
I just put that video in the chat. It's basically a guy talking about skinny brain, fat brain thing.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Oh,
Oh,
he says
and
JK. Thank you.
I forgot what I was gonna say about it. I think that was all I was gonna say. But there was something else in there that he mentioned that I can't remember what it was now.
I feel for Josh. He was misled about much and was mutilated for it. Um, I don't think I understand that.
I don't either.
Um, Dark, I can't read all your shirt. It's hold on. I've already showed this a bunch of times. Okay.
Look at my shirt.
The
Yeah.
guy government did 9/11. The government did 9/11.
I mean,
That's all
it's
it
not
says.
hard. Yeah.
It's not hard.
Mine says it's better when it's wetter.
I literally was gonna guess that because it says it's better, and I was like, it's gotta say when it's wetter.
Yeah.
Because the AK actually is better when it's wetter. And I'm gonna guess that Sir Madam Man Against the Masses just did that so he could actually get a screenshot of free parking lots of me with the shirt on. So we'll see.
I don't know
Uh,
what this guy's talking about.
oh, what do you mean?
I feel for Josh. He was misled much and was mutilated for it. What does he mean by that?
I'm not sure. He may because he was talking about like the carnivore diet and stuff. I think that I think
I'll tell
he
you this. I have done every diet you could possibly do. I've done carnivore, I've done keto, I've done low carb, I've done no carb, I've done all the ones that you're supposed to do.
and you
And
committed to them like 100%.
yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm the type of person that like once I start something, I start it and then I do it to the full extent
Mhm.
until it doesn't work. Then you get discouraged and you just kind of quit. But I've done every diet you could
Yeah.
possibly do. And it just, when I was younger, it worked 100%. It worked.
Mhm.
But as you get older, it doesn't work quite as well anymore.
Well, you're coming up on your 55th birthday, right?
Yep. Actually
Yep.
65.
60 for wow. I must have
Yeah.
misheard you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't,
It,
Rich. I don't believe he does, but he does have some great guns. So we all recently took on the whole Geisley Super Duty AR
yeah.
challenge, and I know we talked about that. What's the nicest AR that you have?
Um, I mean, I have a couple. The ones that are my favorite to run are what?
That spray painted one?
Yeah. Describe what you mean by nicest. Are you
Well,
talking
I
about
guess
price
like
wise or?
reliability, longevity, like something that so we all have the rifles that like regardless if it's like how where it's priced or I know
Yeah.
dudes that have PSA guns that just they just fucking run, right?
Yeah.
Um like my for me right now cuz I haven't actually touched my Geisley Super Duties cuz I haven't done paperwork on the one that I got yet and I'm still halfway building the other. My like nicest, like the nicest for me, that runs that will probably outlive both of us. It is a Franken build that I took an LWRC lower, a 10.3-inch Colt barrel, a BCM upper with a BCM, and now this is just a BCM stripped upper with a BCM BCG and bolt, and a BCM gas tube and gas block and all that.
Yeah.
And Midwest handguard and I think that's it, but it's got like a Fostech Echo binary trigger, and a primary arms 1X prismatic, the Cyclops scope with the ACSS reticle, and that's my like battle gun. That's actually that one right there, right behind me.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you all.
John Doe says try starving diet. It works. And I'm basically that's what I'm doing right now. So
Dude, I'll tell you what.
I
It,
can only eat like 4 bites and I'm full. So it's like
so that
that is a starving diet compared to what I used to eat. Yeah.
yeah, I think one of my biggest issues is that now like I basically intermittently fast on accident. I eat once a day and I eat a huge amount, like probably, I don't know, roughly a pound and a half to 2 pounds of food. I
Yeah.
just punish it and then I don't really eat anything else. Sometimes, like after like a late stream, I'll go down and I'll eat something else. But for the most part, I'm eating one big ass meal a day, which I know
Yeah.
is incredibly unhealthy.
Well, not really. I mean, people do, that's a that's a diet in itself. It's like intermittent fasting. You intermittent fast for like 16 hours and you got like an 8-hour window or whatever you can eat. But the
Yeah.
thing is, when you eat so much, like because you haven't eaten so long, you
Hmm.
eat so much, you're kind of full you eat one meal and you're done because
Yeah.
you're so full that you can't eat nothing else because you ate so much that right one that second. And usually, when you eat after not eating for a long time, your stomach can't handle as much, so it also stops you from eating so much, and then you just kind of eat less anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily unhealthy. Really, there's a lot
Yeah.
of people that do intermittent fasting and they eat whatever they want in that 8-hour window, and they do fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I think um, It's the lack of activity. So when I got up every single day at 6:30, took a shower, went, put on a suit and went right to work and was literally running around all day from room to room to room to room to room to meeting to meeting to doing. I barely got to eat anyway, right? But I was, you know, always moving, like constantly all day. So even if I did make poor decisions, I was running shit off, quicker. And yeah, I would go to the gym and whatnot like every now and then. But I don't know. It was just different now that I'm, like probably post COVID and then starting the business and then having, almost everything that I'm doing is me in place, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to me. But I told myself, I was like, look, I'm not happy doing this shit. Like, I never, ever want to put on a suit and pretend to be something that I'm not every single day for
Yeah.
money ever
Yeah.
again. I never want to
I don't
do
blame
that,
you.
you know? So I was like, fuck that. So well, that means, Dark, you're probably suffering financially. Yes. Well, it probably means you're making less money. Yes. It probably means yes. Everything that you're thinking is exactly true, guys. I just was like, fuck it. I'm not going to compromise my eternal soul for paper. Whatever. Yeah. So
Yep.
that was kind
I
of my
agree
thing.
with you.
Yeah.
They're I'll be honest with you. When you get to the point, um, in your relationship with Christ, you get to a point to where none of that stuff matters.
Yeah.
That's just God's honest truth.
Yeah. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-ts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rich says, "How did I do on Thanksgiving?" Same as usual. There was a lot of stuff there, and I pretty much ate all the protein that I could, and that was it. I mean, because
Yeah.
I stick to a really low carb diet. Like,
I figured you had a turkey Slurpee or something.
yeah, no, I mean, usually, I ate a couple deviled eggs, a couple bites of turkey, a couple bites of ham. That's about it. A couple of greens. And that was about it for me. And
Yeah.
then you come back and eat the same thing again, a couple hours.
Yeah.
But it's kind of everybody's like, "Oh, it must be depressing." It's really not that bad. I mean, because you're still getting full. Your body is still tells you that you're full. In
Yeah.
your brain, you're thinking, "Man, I need to eat more," but you physically cannot eat more, otherwise you're going to throw up. So
I think I think that's what changes your psychological relationship with food, right? I think that impacts, even like you were talking about with water, when you got hella thirsty, you would grab one of those big old 1 liter Deer Parks and just bam, pound the
pound
whole thing. Now I see
it.
you like taking little
Yeah,
sips from your bottle.
pretty
That's
much it.
funny. Yeah.
You can only do this is a 16-ounce bottle. It'll take me an hour to drink this probably.
Yeah. A few days. I'm just kidding. Well, let's talk about what you've had going on recently. Any new projects? Anything you're working on? Any videos? Excuse
Not
me.
video. Well, that's not true. Videos, yeah. Just whatever I can find around. But look at this thing.
Hold on, let me bring you up. Is that a guillotine? I'm just kidding. Is that a
It's a
workbench?
workbench. Yeah.
Workbench? Did you build that?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Okay. And is that a pegboard?
It's a patch board on the back of it.
Patch board. Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. Dude, you know what I would do if I were you?
There's my vise. So it's just got, stuff I can. Oh, let me tell you why. So the reason why I wanted this, we do a lot of work and stuff at Josh's, right? Josh does a lot
Mhm.
of work on guns and stuff. Well, we're not hanging out as much anymore because he's got a lot of family stuff going on. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to have to find a way to do this at my house. So, oh man, I'm hitting speaker, hitting stuff over here. Anyway, so I built this thing literally just in a last little bit. And I found this. I'm going to have to find it and show it to you. And I'll put the video to it in the description here in a second. But basically, I watched a video from
Oh, we were supposed to do this on your channel too.
that ain't no big deal.
Damn, my bad.
Um,
We can add if you want. We can revisit it, but I think I can add it midstream too. So let me know.
okay. I gotta find this thing. Hold on
Yeah.
a second.
While you
Sorry.
pull that up, I'll tell you, I was literally thinking of doing the same exact thing, and I was going to integrate this pretty crazy thing. It is a hanging workbench area that the back of it when you think of it like a lockbox essentially. It's
Yeah.
like sheet metal. You hang it up on the wall. You plug it into to the studs, drill it into the
Okay.
studs, and then it's got a key lock on it. And then when you open it up, it's like a little workstation. I wouldn't actually work on it, but behind it is pegboard, and you can literally hang all your tools up in there. So I was like, man, that's like a hanging gun safe. Like how dope would that be behind me? Right? And then make a workbench, build a workbench below it, and have a whole little, like, thing.
Yeah.
You want me to pull
I
this
mean,
up?
1 second. I'm trying to see if this
Yeah.
is it or see if I got the right one. It is not the right one, but this one will be. So I was looking at I can't remember this. He's a big YouTuber dude. I can't remember his name. I know him. Um, man, what's his name?
Langley
Actual
Outdoors.
Toolbox.
Tactical toolbox, okay.
So I was looking at his video because I was looking for like tools and stuff, right? He
Mhm.
did a video on this thing right here. This is a Real Avid Armorer's Master Kit.
Yes, I've seen that.
Dude, this thing is sick. And right now on Palmetto State Armory's other Black Friday deal, it's $199. You know how much this thing
What?
is normally? This thing is normally 300 something
For
dollars.
yeah, almost $400. Bro,
Yeah.
I was about to pick up their Vice, the other day, $359.
Dude, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, check this out. Like it literally comes with everything you could think of.
And for everyone out there that wants to go buy this right now, I just want to add that your boy Dark has a PSA
There
link.
you
So if
go.
you want to go buy it, I can get you the link, and then that'll support the show and get you a toolbox for
Do it.
$199. I'm
I
just
mean, I'm
saying.
just
I'm just saying.
just gonna explain to you what's in here. Like, I mean, you first of all, you have the hammer, right? You have a
Hmm.
hammer with all the tips and extras that you can screw onto the end of it, and this hammer has extra weight to it too, which is awesome.
Bro, a torque
Uh,
wrench.
a
It's got a
torque wrench,
proper
it's
torque
got
wrench.
yeah,
By the
and
way,
it's got
I just
that
bought
other thing.
I bought a proper torque wrench like I don't know, like a few weeks ago,
Yeah,
and that in itself was a great deal, and it was $58,
yeah.
and it came with like a bunch of stuff, but like it's not cheap to get a proper
No.
torque wrench.
And it comes with the vice block, it comes with everything for your upper receiver. You can put stuff in here to I mean, it helps you what's the thing that they called that you put it on your, you put it on your front, pins to put your detent in and stuff?
Oh, yeah, it's got you can do the same thing with the
Dude,
air takedown tool.
yeah, it comes with all of that stuff already in this box. Like, everything you can
Nice.
think of is in here. All these punches, everything. I mean, it's a crazy deal, and he explains it on the, YouTube, video, and I'll put that video in there if you wanna watch it, but basically, it's really
Nice.
cool.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Flying Rich, thank you for the super chat. Oh, my bad. Didn't see this. DLD After Dark Terry says hello. Hello, Terry. Great to see you. Mrs. Flying Rich. And he says, Terry wants to know when the baptism is. Thank you for the super chat, Rich. Look, I don't know. So I was baptized as a baby. This has come up a few times. I've shared
Oh,
this that I've been, you know, um, continuing to work on my relationship with God. And as I do that, I've been going to church. I've been bringing my daughter to church, and as I do this, I'm a lot of people have been like, "Hey, you should go get baptized again." And I don't know. I don't feel like it's really authentic. I feel like some people do that for, kind of.
I've been thinking the same thing, man, and it's not and I've been thinking the opposite. I've been thinking I have been a Christian my whole life,
Hmm.
and I knew about what I was doing when I was younger, right? And I got baptized when I was like 7, 8 years old. I do believe that I did it for the right reasons. I do believe that I did it because of the way they explained it to me why I needed to do it.
Hmm.
But I don't think I was as in had such an intimate relationship with God that I have now.
Yeah.
And and
Well,
I
I think
think that
part of it,
from
we
that
talked
on
about this, like it's religion is inherited, right? You're born
right.
into it, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't
And
mean to
it's
cut you
just
off there.
no, you just don't really I don't know. It's for me, it's like I know more about it now. I know the reasons why you do things. I feel like I know him closer. I feel like that I actually understand what's going on. I understand why he did the things he did, that kind of stuff. So to
Mhm.
me, it's almost showing like this is a newer version of myself.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't have to be baptized to go to heaven. You don't have to be anything to go to heaven. You literally just have to ask for forgiveness, and you know that's it. But it shows the outside world that you're basically, you know, washing away everything you've done before, and you're a brand new person in Jesus. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought about it. I did think about it.
Oh, Flying Rich said, Terry and I got baptized January 1st, 2023. Okay, nice. That's what's up. Yeah, and I certainly don't want to like discourage anyone else from getting baptized a second time. I think actually Wes Eli nailed it. He said your first baptism is good enough. But if God is telling you to do it again, then do it again. If he's
Yeah.
not, then there's no need. And I've had these instances in my life where I did feel like God was talking to me or guiding me to things or not to do things. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have that feeling, you know.
Well,
But and you know, I've heard both sides of the argument and I totally understand it and appreciate it. And sometimes some people need that recommitment, I
mhm.
guess. And I don't know that I necessarily do. And I think you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about it, and I just kind of feel a little off about it. That's all. That's all. A whole bunch of my family members did it, and a whole bunch of my family members do a lot of other things I would not do as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if it's totally necessary. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It's. I mean, and like he said, I think that if you feel like God is telling you to do it, then do it. You know, if
Yeah.
not, then I agree. There's no need.
Solid advice. And West Eli says, well, you also have to repent. Don't go skipping that part. 100% and repent
Afterward,
and
I mean, you do that beforehand. You know.
yeah, right. Just repent before you're good. No,
Yeah.
but like repenting and not doing it again, doing everything you can within your power to make changes. And
Yeah.
look, guys, we talked about this, right? Like, look, this is a gun channel. We talk about guns, but we would be doing a disservice if we did not have these real conversations with you. Okay. A lot
Yeah.
of times we get into these conversations and we do talk about religion. We've talked about substance abuse. We've talked about weight loss. We've talked about there's so many things that make us men who we are. And I think it's important that we cover all of these things. But the other thing is with the changing times and things that have changed in our country and things that are going on right in front of us, it's important to make sure that you are as close with God as you possibly can be, because it is never felt like we are closer to the end than we are right now. So do whatever y'all got to do to make sure that you are as close with God as you possibly can be, because
Yeah.
you know. Um, but in that same stroke, when I was thinking of, like you mentioned, you know, there's been people that have gone to heaven that have not been baptized, right? Like
Yeah.
when the two thieves were at the foot of the cross, and then they were both in the beginning mocking Jesus, and then Jesus, you know, looked down on them, and this was on like the end of the second day or something like that. I forgot which book of the Bible it's in, but basically the second thief came up to Jesus at the end of like the second, maybe even the beginning of the third day. And he came to his feet and apologized for what was happening and said, "This is wrong. It should not be happening to you." And he said, "Remember my face and save a place for me in your holy kingdom." Now, this was a thief that had never been baptized, that didn't openly say, "I accept Jesus Christ as my one and only." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he didn't, but Jesus looked down at the thief and said, "I will remember your face and I will reserve a place for you in my holy kingdom." Like babies that aren't baptized likely go to heaven, I would
Yeah.
assume as well, right? So like
Yeah.
I'm not saying that people need to be baptized again or don't need to be or whatever in anyone's individual thoughts and plans. Like y'all do your own thing, okay? Like
Yeah.
Wesley Eli said, whatever feels right to you. And if you feel like God is leading you to do certain things, then by all means do it. But
Yep.
I just don't know if I'm sold on it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I was watching this video the other day. It was okay. You know the guy, you know, Logan Paul, right? He does
Yeah.
Impulsive, the podcast or whatever. The guy George that was on his podcast, and that they basically split, and he's not on there anymore. He does his own podcast, and his own podcast is basically it's about his faith. I mean, it's basically a faith based podcast where they talk to different people and preachers and all kinds of stuff.
Hmm.
And he was talking about a book in the Bible, and I cannot remember what it is, but basically it was saying that and I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember what it says either. But basically, he was saying, if you come to him and you say, look at all these things we've done in your name. We've casted out demons in your name. We've prophesied in your name. We've done all this stuff. Look at all these works I've done for you. Basically, he'll
Mhm.
say, turn away from me because I've never knew you. And the whole thing about that is you don't have to do certain things to make it to heaven. Basically,
Yeah,
as long as you have an intimate relationship with God, doing works isn't going to get you into heaven.
yeah.
Same thing with being baptized and all that stuff. Doing those things aren't going to get you to heaven.
I
The only way
learned
to
that, like, this year, by the way.
Yeah, the only way to get you to heaven is through Christ, and that's it. That's the only way.
Yeah, and believing that
Yeah,
Jesus y'all know, believing that Jesus died on the cross to forgive, the masses, like, to forgive you for your sins in advance it's mind-boggling to think that, somebody would literally give their only son, and we've talked about this,
yep.
but no, Bob, just so you know, so I was baptized, so I don't want people to think I'm saying like, "Well, I don't know if baptism is a big deal." I'm saying I was baptized as a child. I'm talking about a second baptism. I don't think a second baptism is necessarily, a big deal, but
Like I said, I think it's to show people for you to show
yeah,
people in your congregation that you became a part of or whatever. I
yeah,
think it's for you to show people that you are washing away your old person and you becoming new in Christ. I think that's all it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
And
That's fair.
Bob said, if you died tonight or tomorrow, will you go to heaven or hell? The thing is that it's really no one to know except for you and God.
Yeah,
I think that I was talking about this with that guy tonight. Basically, after Jesus died and took our punishment, basically. He took
mhm,
the wrath of God all on himself to allow us to have a way in heaven through him, right? So when he did that, I lost my train of thought. Basically, when he did that, that between the time of when he died and when the rapture happens, uh, some people believe there's a pre-trib rapture and there's a mid-trib and after. I believe in a pre-trib rapture. Basically, he will come back before the tribulation starts. Um, and I mean, there's text to show that and everything too. But anyway, that's another story. But basically, in between the time that he died and rapture, you are given this grace period of time that God is allowing you to make up your mind whether you are going to follow him, follow Jesus, follow Christ, follow God, and go that way, or if you're going to choose not to. And so, because you are given the choice to do what you want to do and we have free will, it all depends on what you do if you're going to go into heaven or not. Because God doesn't send anybody to hell. You do that yourself if you're not choosing to follow him
mm,
and not to be Christ like and not to be like him and not to be as loving and give back and as merciful, just like he is. He's a very merciful God. What I'm saying is, I don't think if I do whatever my conviction is right now, and I go out and or whatever, I sin or whatever you want to call it. To me, it's a conviction for me. Like
mhm,
if I'm doing something that I'm getting feel convicted of, or you feel convicted or whatever. If you do that, you go out, so you get in a car wreck on the way home, you don't get time enough to repent. I don't think that God's going to be like, no, nope, nope. You didn't repent. You're going to hell. Go ahead, go ahead, go on, go on. I think He's a very
yeah,
merciful God. He knows that you're working on that. He knows that you're struggling with it because nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. We're never going to be perfect. So to think that we are going to be perfect in the moment to go to heaven right before we die is crazy. I don't think that anybody's ever going to be perfect. So you're always going to be struggling with something. You're always going to have that time where
yeah.
God is merciful, and that's my take on it anyway.
Yeah, no, I think that's an excellent, way to look at it, and when we talked about it, the last time you were on the show, I had a parent-teacher conference with my daughter's teacher, and, we were talking about that. You had mentioned that, your mouth is a conviction, right? And that it
Yeah,
it could potentially discourage someone else from following Christ, right?
yeah. See, I
And
said shit earlier, and I was like, "Dang it, shouldn't have said that."
I mean, but you're aware of it and you're working on it, and that's important, right?
Yeah.
Um, and, I had
It,
jokingly said in that
it's not even
conversation.
the fact that I think cussing is a sin.
Yeah.
I just feel like for me, like you said, it's just it could
It could impede someone
make
else's
somebody else
relationship.
fall. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, and I think that's good. That is a courteous way to look at it, and
and that
that is
is in the Bible. You're not supposed to do that, by the way.
yeah, yeah, and that is a very I mean, that is a very courteous way to look at it, like, impeding someone else's relationship with God, right? But, like, when you and I had that conversation when you last came on the show, I had jokingly said, "Man, look, straight up, I am a man of sin. I am a man of, temptation. I'm
Yep.
a man," right? I'll just say that. So,
Yep.
like, and I'm also in a difficult situation where, look, I'm still legally married, right? Now, I haven't even talked to or touched another woman like that since, I'm not even gonna consider that until after I am completely divorced, and I have issues with the whole divorce thing because in my mind, I took an oath in front of God that I was gonna spend the rest of my life with this woman and, things didn't work out, but, we've talked about that too, but in that conversation, I had kind of jokingly said, like, you know, um, being a man of temptation, when I met with my daughter's teacher, I was like, "Whoa," like, she was gorgeous, right? Like, I've already done terrible things to her in my head, right? But, like, for real, like, that is a thing for me, you know what I mean? Like, that is
Yeah.
an issue for me, so that's something that shows your heart, your intentions, and but at least I'm aware of it and I'm working on it and I'm looking at like my intentions and not only who I am being on the outside and who it looks like I am being, who I am truly being, and for the one that truly knows my mind and my heart,
Yeah.
you can't hide from that, you know.
Nope.
Red Dawn Ready says, "By grace you are saved through faith, not of works, lest any man should boast." Is pretty clear now. Works are a sign of faith, but faith is what drives it all. 100%.
Yep.
Believe it. We are all sinners. Absolutely. 100%. Oh, yeah. Um, since yesterday. Yeah. So, hold on. Dark. I too was baptized as a child, not by my choice. It was a choice made for me. My point is, when you do it yourself, then I think that shows it's your way of showing your love and commitment to Him. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I totally get that. And you know, I just I haven't sold myself on the importance of it. But I totally understand that and every argument of both sides. That's all I'm saying. But I get it. You know, um, Me personally, I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. I believe that Jesus was crucified on the cross for all of us, and I believe that He rose from the dead, and I believe that I I am a Christian, and I believe in God, Jesus, heaven and hell, and that's just who I am. And I've been doing my absolute best to be the best version of myself, to also be kind to my fellow man and well man, and not be a scumbag. And sometimes that proves challenging.
Have you ever seen The Chosen?
No, you told me about that, but
Dude,
I didn't start it
I'm
yet.
telling you, it's a free app. Just it's called The Chosen app
Oh
on
shucks.
any app thing. Um, I think Android and Apple. But it has all the series on there. And
Hmm.
basically, I've been watching that, and it shows you the timeline, basically, of Jesus' life after he started preaching the gospel, right? And it has helped um, me personally see the works that he did and the reasons behind him, and like his, I guess his personality behind it, why he's doing it, all that stuff. Like I'm telling you, it is see, there you go. It's an amazing show. I'm telling you, it is. You get in after like one episode because the first episode you don't see Jesus. Like first episode you see like beforehand,
Hmm.
and I'm telling you, man, it's an awesome show. If you can get a chance, download the Chosen app and watch that series. It is amazing. It's really good. It
Nice.
explains a lot of stuff that you like, a lot of things that you see or hear in the Bible, like stories of like what he did and stuff like that. It puts it all into perspective and in a timeline that you don't get in the Bible because the Bible's kind of all over the place, right?
Yeah.
It puts it in a timeline and it makes it make sense, in my opinion. It's very, very cool. Would
Yeah.
highly recommend.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'll check that out. I haven't had time over the last couple weeks, and I will make time for it.
I watch it when I
Um,
drive.
nice. All right, cool. Let's get back into gun stuff, then we'll get back into salvation of your eternal souls later. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So are you still carrying the 19?
Yep, yep. I've been, funny enough, losing weight helps you carry a gun better.
You
Who
know,
who
it's
thought
funny.
who knew it?
I literally I talk to these skinny guys all the time. I'm like, you guys are so lucky. Like when you sit
Yeah,
down,
really.
your gun actually like moves with you. When I sit down, mine is like wham, like
Yeah,
stabbing
yeah.
into my gut.
The
Now
thing
here's a
is go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead. You're good.
I was gonna say, the thing is, like, I still wear the tuck holster.
Yeah,
It does help. uh, The only thing is I can get to it better is all I'm saying, like,
yeah, yeah.
it still helps to wear it underneath my stomach because I still have a gut.
Can you
It's
get
just
to it
not.
in a seated position now?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, yeah.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
progress. I like
yeah.
it. I like it.
It definitely helps for sure, and I was never, like, uh, dumb on the idea that obviously losing weight would help you carry. I knew that. I
Of
just,
course.
just never really lost the weight. So,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's actually it made it easier to carry a thicker gun, versus carrying a 43X or something, which is what I used to carry.
yeah.
And, I still carry it when I go out and about. If I'm it The way I gauge my stuff, like, if I'm gonna be more than 30 minutes away from my house, I don't
Mhm.
carry a 43X. I carry a Glock 19 or bigger,
Okay.
and then usually, like, have, other stuff in the truck with me and stuff like that, so I can
Yeah.
make it back home or whatever, so.
So, just out of curiosity, your reasoning behind that is what?
For what? What do you mean?
So, you said, like, if you're going further away, you'll
Yeah.
carry the 19 as opposed to the 43X. Now,
Yep.
some things come to my mind right away as far as why one would choose to do that, but what are some reasons why you do that?
It's all about magazine capacity and also magazine capability, and,
Okay.
maybe the need to have one if I ran out of some, somebody else may have that exact one because it's the most popular handgun in the world.
Okay. Gotcha. So, the compatibility with other magazines that may not be yours, running into other people, whether it's military, law enforcement, civilians, and capacity. But just out of curiosity, so the 43X, like right now, I got my 43X. Forgive me, when I'm at home in my snuggie, I'm not rocking the
Oh,
tuck.
yeah.
The tuck is tough on my pantaloons. This is the 43X with 21 rounds in it. So do you keep some other 33 rounders
Just out
with
of my
you
trailer.
or nice?
Um, yeah. No, what now? Say it again.
So are you keeping like I guess my point is that the 43X and the 19 are actually like spot on with the capacity if you're rocking like the S15 mags.
And that's what I do
Um
carry. When I carry the 43X, I do use the S15 magazines.
okay.
I do, and that's the other thing too, is that I do have other magazines. Pretty much, when you do videos and stuff like that, they're all over the place. And maybe other people that are normal people and aren't do YouTube or whatever, maybe they
Yeah.
have magazines all over the place too. I don't know. I just know that that's what I do. So I have magazines all over the place. They're in my truck. I have extra ammo
Yeah.
or whatever that I have to take to do videos, whatever.
Dude,
So
I had to move 10, 12 magazines off my desk to do this show, you
exactly.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So they're everywhere. That's the only down. I'll be honest with you. I really want to carry a Smith and Wesson M&P 2.0.
Yeah.
I really want to because I got the metal frame and it's got the new trigger in it. Like it's amazing, right? I can shoot really fast with it and on target. Like it's a great gun.
Mhm.
The
But it doesn't
only
take Glock
thing
mags.
stopping me, Glock mags, and that's the
Yeah.
only thing that's stopping me, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, well, first off, the 43X is an extremely popular design, right? Um, and it will take decades to get to the, you know, Glock 19 category as far as like adoption, right? So
Yeah,
many people have adopted that platform. Not only law enforcement and military, but civilians have individually adopted the platform. And with the 19, you can run 19 mags, 17 mags, 33 round mags, the 24 round mags, which by the way, if you're setting up your kit and you're rocking Fish said a 19X, 45 or 47. If you're rocking guns like that, and my go-tos are both that's a 45 Gen 5 45 9 mil,
Yeah.
and that's the equivalent over there, but it's a 19 slide. Excuse me, but those 24 round OEM mags and the 21 round Magpul mags
Oh,
are
yeah.
great for your gun belt
Yeah.
because no matter what Glock you get your hands on, you can run them just the same.
Well, see, that's the same thing about where carrying a 19 is that the fact that if you come across a 19 mag, which a
Mhm.
lot of people have, it'll go in your 19 versus
Yep.
if you're carrying a 17 or a 45 or whatever 19X, you're only
Yeah.
going to get that 17 round or higher.
Yeah, and if you have a 19X and you come across a 17 mag, you're not getting it in your gun.
Screwed. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you're basically screwed out of it. So the best thing
Well,
to do
let me
actually
add
would
one
be to
thing.
carry a 26.
Yes, technically that would be true. Um,
And I used to
m
carry that for a long time.
yeah, I carried a 26 for a long time. I carried a Polymer 80 26 for a long time. But let me say this, for everyone out there that carries a 19X that has a unique grip that will you will not get Gen 5 17 mags in your gun. You will get Gen 3, Gen 4, and prior, magazines in your gun.
What are you talking about?
So, the front of a 19X has a,
Oh, the lip. Oh, dude, I
yeah,
cut that off
yeah.
when I first got it. I didn't even shoot it yet, and I cut it off.
So I personally I like it, but that's exactly what I was going to say is that if anyone is out there and you guys have a 19X and you carry it, so I personally like mine, so I'm not removing it. However, in the heat of in the heat of the moment, if I absolutely need to get a Gen 5 17 magazine in there, I am literally going to chop that thing off with my pocket knife in 2 seconds flat. Like no problem at
It
all.
didn't even shoot it yet, and we brought it back to the house, and I chopped it right off.
See, I like it. I like the feel of it. I like the lip. It almost helps with with it's kind of like a magwell. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
but it looks so smooth, like, it doesn't even look like trying not to
Yeah.
show the thing. It doesn't even look like it
No, it
was
looks good. It
not
looks
meant to
good.
be on there.
So how did you cut that off?
Just, basically, we did a Dremel tool. We just
Hmm.
dremeled it right down, and then we took the buffer wheel and buffed it right out and went right off with it.
He said, I mean, if I got time to pick up mags, I got time to transfer bullets. Okay, so let me give an example. Okay. Usually that may be true. Okay. Or
Oh,
sometimes that
that's
may be
what
true.
y'all use.
However, let's just say this. Let's say that if you are in an active shootout and you're behind cover with, like, I don't know, a police officer and some dude is just randomly shooting, okay? And he's randomly shooting, you run black on ammo, and then the cop next to you gets shot in his face, right? You
Yeah.
may have like 2.5 seconds to grab magazines off of his plate carrier or his gun. And you know what? I'm just giving a crazy
Dude,
example,
I
okay?
know. I
You
know.
never know what situation you're gonna be in, okay? You may literally be behind cover and have to fight for your life, and you may have seconds to do it. This is why so for everyone looking, it's like, "Oh, Dark, his draw time is so important to him." Yes, it is. My draw to first shot time is important because I do not wanna die at the hands of another human being unless that's my time to go and that's out of my hands. I wanna have as much control over staying alive as I possibly can. That's why I have medical with me constantly. That's
Yep.
why I have a tool constantly with me. That's a tool of self-preservation. An extra
Dude,
magazine, a pocket knife, hot sauce, all that shit, flashlights, you know?
I have a video that I'm gonna try to get done tonight, editing and stuff wise,
Mhm.
and it's gonna come out tomorrow, hopefully. If it wa That's what I gotta do when I get off here. Um, but I'm gonna, because to try to put it out tomorrow. It is my church carry, okay? And it's not just what I carry on my body, it's what I carry.
What is this try you speak of?
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
I'm not familiar with that. I
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I
Okay,
gotta
this is important. Go ahead first.
Oh, no, I'm just saying I gotta be up at church, to play drums in the morning at, like, 9 o'clock. So, I gotta yeah.
You know what you should play? You should play, Metallica 1 when the beat really starts to drop. Was it like 3 or 4 minutes in?
Yeah.
Dude, that
Guess it
shit
depends on what song we're
rocks.
playing.
Dude, that you said that's one of your favorite songs?
I said it depends on what song we're playing. If it goes with it, you know.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude, that's if I man, I don't know why, but when I play that song, I picture, like, chase scenes, shootout scenes. It is such a dope song that, like,
Yeah,
how has there never been a gunfight scene or a chase scene in a movie with
yeah.
Metallica 1 not in the background? I don't
You
understand it.
I never really understood that they had the song "Don't Tread on Me."
Oh, dude, they were completely based back then before we even
Yeah.
knew it.
Yep.
Darkness imprisoning me, all that I see, absolute horror, I cannot live, I cannot die. Dude, that is, like, such a dope song.
Yeah.
Okay, so Big Fish of the Boat brings up an excellent point. By the way, guys, if you don't know, go check out the Tactical Turkeys. These dudes are an incredible channel. They do awesome live shows. They do great content. They've been stepping it up big time with their content. They have over 230,000 subscribers, and
Oh, wow.
Big Fish is the man. So he asks, "Are you guys gonna trust random magazines?"
Yep.
We brought this up on a stream not too long ago where a dude in Russian was showing that there was an AK-545 magazine that he picked up as a battlefield pickup. He removed the floor plate and he looked, and in the bottom, it was packed with like RDX. Okay. On the top, it was, at least 3 to 4 rounds of 545. But when you take the bottom of the magazine out, it's literally packed with high explosives. So the way it was set up is if you were to strip one round off the top, whether you loaded in your rifle or you popped one out with your fingers,
Yeah.
the follower goes up and then the battery touches the boom and it goes off.
Wow.
So in the Ukraine, they were booby trapping battlefield pickups. It's so easy to do. I mean, literally, you could take a magazine, tie a string around it to homie's grenade,
Yeah.
flatten out the pin so there's little resistance when it gets pulled out, right? And
Mhm.
literally, when someone yanks a magazine out in 3 to 5 seconds, they're gonna blow up, right? Like it
Yeah.
is the most simple thing.
I never thought about that, man.
Oh,
That's
dude,
pretty brilliant, actually, if you
I'm
think
gonna be
about it.
playing dirty in in the end of the world. I
Yeah.
mean, well, I mean, if I need to, but I mean, it's difficult to trust any magazine that you find because now that y'all know it exists, it will
Yeah.
forever plague your mind. And
Yeah,
then
for
now,
sure.
okay, so let's say another thing. So let's say that the bad guys saw that video, and let's say, okay, so now they know to check the floor plate. So on the next devices, what we're going to do is set a trigger up for if you pull the floor plate off, boom, then it goes off. It's a crazy world out there, man. You never know. War is
Hell.
war's bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've never thought about that, but that totally makes sense.
I'm
Dropping
dropping mags with a 300 blackout hidden with it. Dude, that's actually really smart.
Yeah.
Seriously, that is very smart.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, you don't accidentally pick up one of your mags.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's easy to, sabotage, that every single war that has ever existed, that has ever occurred, there's been saboteurs and there's been a gang of sabotage. Trust. Uh, Johnny got his gun. Read the book that song is based on. Oh, okay, I will.
Oh, what, the one song?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even know that there was a book based on that.
Me neither.
Johnny got his gun. No, not a hipster, but I have a CZ I love. I bought shield mag extensions and worked great till I went to hollow points and they caught the open tip on the transition between the extension and the mag body. Really?
Hmm.
I
I
haven't
have
had that.
one I have one extension, uh, and I don't think I've ran it that much. I have ran the magazines, but the one that has the extension in it, I haven't ran it that much because I never carried it.
Mm,
I always carried just the regular 15 because it fit in my pocket just right, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
It never really showed above my pockets. By the way, have we ever talked about,
The
I know
Vertex?
we talk about EDC stuff. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Vertex stuff in the pockets, yeah.
I
That
actually
stuff right
just
there
got
is
3 more pairs of Vertex just recently.
well, I just picked up I'm wearing some 511, Defiance jeans right now
Oh, yeah.
because
Hold on.
there's 511
Defiance?
Or is that what it's called? That's
Well,
what it's called, isn't it?
Defiance is Vertex.
Okay, well, then
Do
it's
they have
Defender.
Defender? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
and, these are great, man. I have a 511 store in Knoxville, and,
Nice.
it's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. I like these jeans a lot.
Dude, I'm happy to check them out. I got a pretty crazy deal on them. The Vertex Defiance jeans, and I think the 511 ones are similar. They have
Yeah.
similar pockets that are in
Mhm.
those areas, right?
Yep.
Do they fit 30 round PMag too?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's super important because like if you needed to grab your rifle and take care of like a really bad situation, you go ahead. Eh, You could literally just go to your trunk, grab your rifle, get 2 mags, and then put them in your pockets, 1 in the gun, and then go take care of any situation that you have to. Oh, nice. There they go. Okay. Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a 17 round Glock mag.
Okay.
There's a Duramag.
Yep. Nice. Heck yeah.
It's pretty good.
I like it. That's awesome. Yeah.
Let's see if it does AK mags.
Ooh, that's a good point. I've never put AK mags in my other one. Or my other ones. So I got the Defiance jeans and let's see.
Yep.
Nice. Dude, that is a slept on feature that so many people do not. I mean, for about the same cost as a pair of jeans, that would be incredible. For the cost of 2 pairs of jeans to get 1 pairs of jeans that would do that, I would pay that all day.
Yeah, dude. And they, I mean, the fact is that you can wear them everywhere and nobody knows you have it. Like, it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And like, I wear a Neo mag whenever I don't wear these jeans or
Mhm.
wear these kind of pockets.
I need to get the Neo Mag, man.
And Neo mag is great and
Yeah.
everything, but it still makes your pockets stick out. If you have a double stack magazine in your front pocket, you can feel
Yeah.
it. It's always there. So, and I figured this out too. If you lay down a certain way on it or you lay on it, it's kind of like falling on your keys kind of thing.
It flips.
That well, no, they stay pretty good, but it hurts your legs and stuff if you're laying
Yeah,
prone
yeah,
or anything like that. Like it
yeah.
definitely hurts.
So I've had that. So Damien Christ, we're talking about the Vertex Defiance and also the 511 Defender jeans or pants. The other thing that so I got these beautiful blue. So they're like think of how like Dickies uniform kind of material, right? They're like
Yeah,
that blue kind of Dickies material for jeans or pants. They're not denim though. Um, but they're very, very light and airy. They breathe a lot. They're like athletic, but they look like jeans, right? And they're
yeah,
great for dress clothes, for jeans, for street clothes, whatever. But they have these same benefits. They also have handcuff key pockets on the front fly and on the back on the inside. So you can literally hide a rolled up $20 bill,
heck yeah.
handcuff key, bags of dope, whatever your thing is, right? You can you can hide, hide shit like that. Obviously, don't do drugs and stuff, but I'm just saying,
Drugs are
um,
bad.
yeah, drugs are bad. Okay.
Okay.
But also, here's the dope thing. So these Defiance Vertex jeans are like $69. If you're a bigger dude, they are like 77 or something like that, because it's obviously more material, right? However, I came across these pants on Vertex site, which they're called the Cutback SF. So the Cutback SF is the ones I'm talking about that are almost like a really thin, light, airy, almost like a Dickies material, right? They're
Yeah.
$89 on
Woo.
sale for $30.
No kidding.
So I bought 3 pairs of them. First, I bought
Are
1
they on
pair.
sale right now?
So I don't know if they're still available because they were discontinuing them. They only
Yeah.
had blue. They sold out of every single color. They may still be available, but when they sell out of these, they're gone forever. Literally never coming back. They're called the Cutback SF. They were like $30 or $34. So I bought 3 pairs of them, and then I bought 1 pair of the Defiance jeans, but they were way too big. So somebody was like, "You need to order like 2 sizes up." So I did. Terrible decision. Don't do it. Order order your size. I exchanged them for the right size, and I picked those up. And man, I love the Defiance jeans. They're actual jean material, but the cutback
Dude,
SFs are money for $30 or $34. Bro, they're incredible.
Vertex has a 30% off site wide going on right now.
Yeah, yep, that's true.
Let me see if they got their shorts. I love their. They had shorts that were like they were called Hide LTD shorts or something like that.
Yep,
They were amazing, and I loved them, because they had the same kind of pockets, and because they're made of that thinner material, and it was like a moisture wicking material kind of deal.
yep.
They were so Delta. Let's see what they got. Delta LT on here. That's not the same ones I. There's the cutbacks right there. They still have some,
Oh, they do?
but it's not the price that I'm seeing. This one it looks like it's $71. But maybe if
Ooh,
you take the 30% off of that, maybe.
maybe they, because they said they were discontinuing the ones that I got,
Mhm.
and it still says cutback SF?
Yeah, it says cutback 8.5 men's. Well, no, it doesn't say SF because cutback 8.5 men's short.
Oh, okay. No, the ones that I was talking about
Talking about
are,
pants, like they were actual pants.
yeah, actual pants. They were cutback SF,
Men's pants.
and they
Let's
may have
see.
replaced them with a
With the
new type too, so they may not be $34 anymore. By the way, I
cutback
just got a
right
message.
now.
I got a message from Andy Lipsco. He apparently is still banned or hidden from my channel. So I'm gonna need to go back to my YouTube
Dude,
studio and figure out what is going on here.
they do have them on here still. They're
Dude,
$33.99.
ooh, bro.
Cut
I
cutback SF pants.
I would grab them. So SF is, as much as I would like to say that stands for like special forces, it stands for slim fit. So I would get a size up on those. I got those in 44, 32. Okay.
Okay.
And they're tight on me. I'm 6 feet tall and like 250-ish pounds.
You normally
Um
wear 44s and everything else though?
I usually wear 42-ish so I can have room for my gun.
Yeah.
But
And
because they're
44s
slim
were tight?
fit. Hmm?
And 44s were tight.
No, so the 44s are like exact fitting because
Really?
they are slim fit, but they're a little stretchy, so they have a little give. Carrying in them is still extremely comfortable because they do have a little bit of give. Let me see if I can take care of this now. Hold on, settings. Yeah, anybody else, if you can, man, I would tell you right now, jump in there and grab some because those pants are not going to be there forever.
Uh, Mark says LA Police Gear has good jeans for $40. I didn't know that.
Oh, nice.
I never tried their stuff or look. I've never looked at it, but
But
I didn't know that they
we don't support those copper. I'm just kidding.
had.
Um okay, so I'm looking to see if he was hidden by the channel. I've looked in here several times and did not see him in here. Andy,
He
let's
says,
go.
"Dark, just buy some Jinko jeans. You can fit up to MP5 in the pockets."
Dude, somebody else said that before. That is so true. Jinkos, you
That's
can hide
Dude, they're coming back in
anything.
style.
We
That's the
could
new
bring him
thing.
back. We could bring
Well,
him
it's not
back.
a new thing. It's a thing that's coming back. It really is.
Dude, how have we hidden this many people from my channel? Like, I so do not want to be like Black Scout Survival and just ban everybody.
What you ban them
Oh,
for?
oh, I just found him. I just found him. Hold on. Save. Okay. So he wasn't in there both other times that I sorry guys. Both other times that I checked, Andy Lipsco was not in there. I just found him.
Hmm.
So let me refresh and hopefully we start seeing uh, Andy Lipsco back in here soon. Uh Kurt accidentally banned him or hid him from the channel. Oh, my bad.
Really?
I didn't realize you were showing this. Um, what is this here?
So that is Duramag. Duramag came out with these really cool M81 magazines. Look at this.
Ooh, that's
Dude,
dope.
it's sick. Although they're $30.
Dang. Yeah, their mags are usually like 14, $15.
Yeah, they're usually pretty cheap. This right here is awesome though.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
fire.
it looks sick, and I don't know if they have a different. Yeah, there's a different picture. Look at that.
Nice. That's fire. Dude,
Dude,
that would match your holster.
it
Ooh, and
would.
Duramag usually has the orange followers too. So it's like
Yeah,
the hunter safety.
Look at that thing.
That's dope. That's dope. I would rock that. I just bought 3 more Duramags today.
Oh, there it is with the orange. Look at that.
Oh, that's beauty, beauty. Dude, I may have to grab some of those. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys are hip, but is Andy Lipsco back in here? Um, yeah, my fault. Plug my phone in my truck and
Give me a minute.
yep, you're good. And when it's I guess my fingers slid over. Yeah, I've done that before too. I'm a mod on a bunch of other channels, and sometimes you just accidentally ban people. You don't mean to. You know, I've put my phone in my pocket and I've been playing with my daughter before, and then like I look and everyone's like, "Dark, why did you ban Ting Ting?" I'm like, "What?" So yeah, I'm sorry. Ban all turkesterone salesmen. Okay. So I hope you guys over the Thanksgiving holiday got all the turkesterone that you need because we all know that turkesterone is testosterone from turkeys. But if you guys didn't get your fill of turkesterone, you need to make sure that you go to the Tactical Turkeys live streams because you will have all the turkey that you need there. Okay. I have a case of mill FDE mags. $39 is crazy. Well, they're $29. Only mags I'd spend that much are the steel HK. Yeah, no, I agree. I honestly I felt bad spending $14.10 or whatever they are on the OD Green Duramags, but because I know that I'm gonna be rocking those with the Super Duty that is 40 millimeter green. I need the green mags, right? And fish, I think I'm gonna keep the black stock with the black pistol grip, with the black, black accents on it. I did get a pretty dope hand stop that I'm gonna run on it. Dork just used turkey testosterone Viagra. Uh, that sounds disgusting. But yeah, that's gonna be dope, and then I'll probably run all the green stuff on the OD Green Super Duty. OD Green with black furniture. Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how it looks, but I have everything. So I have all OD Green stuff for the OD Green build. That one I'm going crazy on. Like I'm gonna do green. If I gotta paint stuff, there will not be black on that gun at all. Or all the green stuff I'll transfer over to the 40 millimeter green Super Duty, and then have OD green stock, OD green grip, OD green mag, OD green everything. But if I put the black optic with the black mount on there, it's going to look weird. So if I keep the black stock with the black grip, black mag, black hand stop, black muzzle brake, black mount, black optic, then that's good, right? That's 40 millimeter green with some black accoutrements around it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I may just do all green on the other one. We'll see. Pure OD Green project is base. Yeah, no, I agree. This OD Green let me show you here. This OD Green right here is like super duper fire. All OD Green, everything. This thing is beautiful. That's the OD Green Duramag, and I am loving the way that that looks. Prior to this, I was not an OD Green lover. Get rail scales. I don't know. I may do the what is it? The taco, the hot pocket, whatever that is. That little Kydex and Cordura thing. Because I'm gonna cook the shit out of that. I may put my Fostech Echo trigger in the Super Duty, but I'm probably just gonna keep the SSAE with the lightning bow in that thing. That thing is crazy. I can run that just as fast.
I'm gonna tell you, this is what one of the coolest things. If you don't wear super tight jeans, this is where
Hmm.
it's at right here.
Oh yeah,
Ankle glove from Galco.
Galco ankle glove. Yep, that's with the sheepskin on the inside, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. And
So
that would go with the thing we were talking about, like having the gun that would basically get any mag. Like you put a 26 in here, but in your
Yep.
ankle glove, dude.
Is that a 43 in there?
This is a 40. This is a 26.
Oh, really?
Put that on your ankle, and you always have something that will take every magazine possible.
Yeah. Dude, I love the idea. I originally was like, "You know what? I should put a, uh, I have the Jesus, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. I'm working on that. My apologies. If you guys ever hear me say Jiminy Crickets, it's because I'm stopping myself from saying the other thing.
Yep.
So, I have the FN 510, the 10 millimeter pistol with
Nice.
the 22 round 22 plus 1, right? 10 millimeter semi-auto. I was like, that's a great car gun. I'm going to throw that in the car. But then I was like, well, hold on. Once I run through the 40 or so rounds that I got, that's it, you know? So, yeah, that's a great car gun. And that is a great gun that will drive mass through other vehicles. But for how long, you know?
Yeah.
So I was kind of thinking about it and I was like, man, maybe something like a 26 is the way to go. And I have this right here. Whoopsies. Dude, I'm dropping mags all over the place. So this right here, this little sack
Yeah.
is uh there you go, little DLD patch right there. This is a
Nice.
sack which is like about the size of a little bigger than a lunchbox that has my Beretta M9A3, my Glock 19X, 6 magazines for each of them, and
Nice.
like what 180 rounds or something of each handgun,
Yeah.
and it's a tiny little sack, you know. But there's just that thing of like the 19X doesn't take all magazines, all modern magazines.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I did. I picked up an Amazon special, and it was
Mhm.
a Woodland M81 Woodland like sling over sack that just like the one sling, you know.
Yep.
And it was big enough, just big enough to where it held like 12 magazines in it. And I think I bought a pack of Duramags, and I put 12 Duramag magazines in there fully loaded. And
Mhm.
then I put, and it was able to hold like 7 Glock 17 mags in the front. So I
Nice.
stacked them up basically. So I have a 12 AR mags and 7 Glock mags I keep in my truck all the time.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's similar to we just had a conversation recently about so I have it's called an ammo magazine wallet or an ammo wallet, and it is about the size of a small briefcase, and it is like nylon, cordura, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And on the inside, it's got elastic, and you can either put 4 AR mags on each side, so 8 loaded AR mags total,
Mhm.
or you could do like 4 AR mags on one side and then 8 like 9 millimeter subgun mags on the other side,
That's
and that
awesome.
just always lives in the car, and that was like $11.
Yeah.
Anything that
Do
gives you extra ammo is awesome.
I mean, nobody's ever complained about having too much ammo in a gunfight.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I will tell you though, there was a gunfight that had occurred that a dude almost lost everything, and oh man, we should tell the story. So you guys can look all over the internet. You can see this story all over the place. This guy had I believe it was, may have had a Glock 21. It was either a Glock 17 or a Glock 21. I can't recall right offhand. I think it was a 21 because I believe the capacity was lower than, what's typical, right? Now, how many rounds do you think you would need to fire to stop a man? Center mass,
I
dead
mean,
connect, nothing in between you and the target.
it just depends. I mean, honestly, like I've seen videos where it's taken, guys have shot full mag and dump into somebody, and they keep coming. I mean, it just depends on what they're on and everything. So you really don't ever know.
Yeah, yeah.
You would
Uh,
think
yeah,
dumping a full mag in somebody would stop somebody. You would think.
usually I'd say yes. Of course, it all depends on what you hit, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Are you hitting the spine? Are you hitting, the brain? Are you hitting the T zone, or like where are they being hit? Like just hitting somebody in, you could literally hit somebody in the sternum. It could deflect off of a rib and not neutralize them.
Yeah. I mean,
You
shot
know?
placement is key 100% no matter what.
Yeah.
That's why you always train, whatever you want to train, but I would usually train, to the body, to the head, or transitioning between both or vertical lineup of
Yeah.
in between each or whatever.
Yeah. And that, so the Rhodesian fire drill,
Yeah.
the failure drill is an excellent way, right? Two in the chest, two in the sternum, one in the head.
Yeah.
Um, and at the same time, I've met people that have been shot in the head. So you never know, right? Now,
Yeah.
of course, for the most
Well,
part,
there's certain areas that you want to aim for, not necessarily like the head, but you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Um, Anywhere on the center line, for the most part, from
Yeah.
the top of the dome where your brain connects to your spine and all the way down, if you can drive through the center line and you get good expansion, and you're usually gonna stop
They call
somebody.
that man, I can't remember what it's called, but it's called there was a drill that I saw that was basically like
Mhm.
a zipper drill is what they called it. Basically, up the middle, you kind of go up as you go
Mm.
from like, middle chest all the way up to the top of the face, basically in the eyes. I can't remember what it's called. It's some kind of drill.
There
And
was another guy,
it's like six shots, like pop, 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 and you do it all the
like
way up to
a
the middle.
bill drill. Is
Yeah,
it a
but the
bill
bill drill
drill
is
while
basically
you're
just
shooting up?
it's sort of like that. Yeah, it had a name to it. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. The Mozambique, so the Mozambique is a failure drill. That's two in the sternum, one in the head. Um, which is what Fish was talking about. Craig, what's up, bro? Craig, just while you're here, I mentioned this a couple times earlier, but the merch that's out, Live Life, what's up, brother? The merch that's out for the people that have placed orders, for some reason, they're not fulfilling it. I don't know why, but just hang tight. I'll get everything figured out probably within the next few days. So just be patient, y'all. I'm working on it. If I need to give everything back, if the company took the money, because I didn't get anything, but if the company took the money and they have not fulfilled it, I'll literally kick everything back to you guys and then just redo the orders. Whatever I got to do. Dick shot with a 410 torch. Okay, that was something true that just happened recently. Shot in the pecker with a judge, but we
That'll
don't.
stop anybody.
Yeah, because of current litigious. I'm not going to say anything about it because there's ongoing court cases and charges and stuff. So
Really?
we yeah, we won't talk about that. Um,
Wow.
a
Wait,
guy
which one?
that a guy that kind of runs between two groups in real life shot another guy in the dick with a Taurus judge 410, and I believe it was one of the PDX ones, uh, with, like, buckshot and the discs. The dude got hit in the dicks with the discs.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
Chopped it clean off, huh?
yeah, and
Ah! You shot me in the dick.
yeah, I mean, basically, it was like, "Dude, really? You shot me in the dick?" Like, and apparently he waited yeah, so I don't wanna say anything because that's a real life thing right now, but, I would say go check it out, but there's nowhere that you can check it out, so just wait until we can actually talk about it. Anyway, so here's the deal. And I did watch, somebody else said 12 rounds of 9mm. There was another video that came out of a homeless guy that was totally sober that took 12 rounds of 9mm center mass, and just, I think just up here he was just done, fed
Yeah.
up, ready to go, and he was just walking towards this officer swinging this, like,
That's that's the one I saw. He was basically, like, swinging a thing at him, right?
yeah, like a big
Yeah.
piece of wood or something like that.
Yep.
I just think he was done. He was just like, "I don't wanna be here anymore," you know?
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Might
Uh,
crazy stuff. Hey, man, I gotta go.
you're good,
Uh,
man. Dude, I appreciate you coming on, brother. Take it easy.
thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm sure we'll do it again.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And sorry we didn't do it to your channel as well. If you
No
wanna
big
do another one tomorrow or the next day or something, just let
maybe
me know.
we'll do a podcast together here in a little bit.
Yeah, let me know, man. I'm down.
Awesome, man. See y'all
Cool.
later.
Peace, brother. On his deck, no doubt. Yeah. for sure. Okay, so going back to it, there was an incident where, and that other incident where the dude was shot 12 times, center mass with a 9 millimeter. It's kind of a similar situation. Okay. Um, but in this situation, there was a police officer. I don't remember all the details of the story from start to finish, but here's kind of an idea. Um, he was involved in a traffic stop. The traffic stop turned violent somehow, and there was a gunfight between a bad guy and a police officer. The police officer drew, I believe it was a Glock 21. So he had 14 rounds in his gun, and he had, uh, I think, two other 13-round mags on his belt. And I think the video was called "Why This Police Officer Carries Over 100 rounds of ammunition on him." Now, in the shootout, both him and the other man were shot. He shot the other guy like 5 times center mass with a 45 ACP. Now, during this exchange, they're shooting each other. He's getting hit. The other guy's getting hit. They're shooting at each other from under the car. They're basically chasing each other around the car, shooting at each other. Go watch the actual story. That'll give you more information. Because, like I said, I may be saying some of this incorrectly, but he literally got to a point where he was like down to his last round of ammo, and he had already hit this dude 5 times with 45 ACP JHPs, and the dude was not stopping. And I think he actually got to the point where he had one more round left. He ended up hitting the guy again for a fifth or sixth time, and was out of ammo. And then the dude eventually bled out, stopped, but the guy was like running up on him to kill him, and it ended up over time his shots being effective. But you guys got to remember that if you don't hit somebody with like an anatomically significant you know, um a CNS shot that will physically stop them, um if they don't have that thing in their brain where it's like, oh shit, I've been shot. If you guys watch animals when they've been shot, they freak out and they run and they fight until they physically cannot, until they are drained of all blood. And then you're going to see that in some situations with people too. So this cop was down like his last round. He ended up surviving the incident, shot, I think, a couple times, and he almost died. Okay. The guy was walking over to him to shoot and kill him. And he basically started leaking to the point where he collapsed or something like that. I'll have to pull up the actual story and go over it. But after the police officer survived that event, and thank you, Drew, by the way, for putting the bam, smash that like button, y'all. Appreciate that. I've seen that. Yeah, it's an interesting situation. Um, 10 millimeter will stop anything. Uh, Depends on what 10 millimeter, what ammunition. Most of it is under 500 foot-pounds of energy, which is basically 40 caliber. Depending on what you're pushing, 10 millimeter, good 10 millimeter is pushing 7 to 800 foot-pounds of energy, and shot placement is less important. But man, whether it's 22, 9, 45, 10 mil, 5.56, shot placement is definitely the one of the most important things as far as if you're going to be able to stop something or someone. But anyway, after this dude survived this event with a lower capacity semi-auto firearm, um, he switched over to a, I think, Glock 17 9 millimeter with like the standard 18 or 20 rounds or whatever it was, 23 rounds. And this dude was now rocking over 100 rounds of ammo on him, the police officer, because he was like, dude, I never want to end up in a situation like that ever again. People are like, well, I got a 45. It's a man stopper. Maybe, maybe not. Right? Like this dude, Buffalo Bore 180. So Buffalo Bore is really good. Double Tap is really good. Um, if you guys look up Corban's got some good 10 millimeter. If you guys look up whatever ammo you're purchasing, you have to look up the specs. It is vital. Your 10 millimeter maybe between 4 to 500 foot-pounds of energy, which is literally right in the, ballpark of, you know, hotter 40 cal. And the purpose of having a 10 millimeter is having like the, best ammunition that you can to stop the biggest threats that you can in the smallest package. If you're just throwing 40 cals at them, it doesn't, it doesn't matter. And obviously, Big Fish nailed it. You got to train, right? I've seen dudes running FN 510s on their kit, like Clint with Classic. Shout out to him. He's come on the channel before. Clint, we love you, bro. Um, you know, he's running an FN 510 from time to time on his kit, but he's running it. He's training with it. And if that's your thing, that's cool. But I've thought about it. I don't think I would run the FN 510 on my kit. I think no matter what, I'm always going to go back to a semi-auto 9 millimeter, and it's probably going to be a Glock because of ammo commonality, magazine commonality, and all of my guys that are with me are going to be running semi-auto 9 millimeter Glocks. So 650 foot-pounds is where 10 millimeters starts. Honestly, yes. Yep. If you're not pushing 750, there's no purpose of having a 10 millimeter, you know? Um, it's pretty ridiculous how big ammo, big pharma. It's pretty crazy how these ammunition companies get away with this shit. Like, how the hell can you sell the literal exact same thing with a longer casing, right? 2EDU was saying the other day, 10 millimeter is 40 LE, 40 long and expensive. I mean, basically, if it's not, and then like Underwood is a really good one too. Like, why can how do we allow these ammo companies to get away with this shit? Right? They're out here selling 10 millimeter ammo, but it says 472 foot-pounds of energy on the box. Like, what? No, we need to blast them for that. And of course, this has gotten more popular over the years, but I didn't know this. When I was a kid and I bought a Smith& Wesson 1006 for 350 bucks, I had no idea that there was a difference between 10 millimeter and 40 cal, you know? Which, by the way, I sold that 10 millimeter for like 350 or 400 bucks as well. And man, do I regret that shit. I was like, you know what? I loved that gun. That Smith& Wesson 1006, which was basically the Denzel, the training day gun, but in 10 millimeter. And I was like, you know what? I want to get another one, because of nostalgia. And then I look and it's like $1,299. I was like, fudge that. Not doing it. Desert Eagle 50 AE is no slouch. And carrying a Desert Eagle 50 AE is not very comfortable. Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate, man, Kurt, you're the man. So what Kurt is posting here is a shortcut to my Shadow Systems lower parts kit for Glocks. So if anybody out there is looking for Shadow Systems lower parts kits for their Glocks, if you want OEM reliability, a performance grade trigger, and great parts that are super reliable, here you go right here. $59 shipped, or $59.99, whatever, shipped. So hell yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Got to roll out DJ Play Nice. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Too many choices. DJ Play Nice. Gore. Yeah, I mean, we gotta. Desert Eagle is a safari gun. I mean, look, Desert Eagle is cool. It's just not really. It doesn't have a lot of uses other than flexing. You know what I mean? Um, it's a very short cartridge, and slower, heavier bullets do penetrate well in targets with like a liquid medium like flesh. But I don't know. I mean, I would almost rather have like a Smith& Wesson 500 single shot handy rifle or something like that. You know what I mean? Or something with capacity, or something like 50 Beowulf or something like that. I don't know. Like, mostly, if you look at any gun in my collection, I'm mostly rocking 9 millimeter, 5.56, 7.62 by 39, 12 gauge, and some others, right? But for the most part, those are like my go-tos. Man, I just put money down on an M1 carbine paratrooper. Bro, that's dope. Those 30 cal carbine rounds are pretty crazy looking. Just had to replace the locking block in my G23. What? Why the hell would you have to replace your locking block? I have a lot of questions with that. Deagle is just AK pistol. What? Use code. That's not a hemorrhoid. It's a Chemlight for free shipping. Oh man, Desert Eagle is a mag dumping into the trash with your boy's gun. Absolutely, yeah. I really want one of those 357 Deagles. Man, they don't run very well. I'll be honest with you, man. That cartridge was designed for something completely different, and it shows up when you shoot your 357 mag Deagle. Trust me, especially the older ones. The older ones they did not master functioning very well. Um, Now there are other guns out there that have done a decent job, like the Kunin 357 Magnum is cool. Now the newer IWI IMI military Israel weapon IWI. Sorry, I have to say it out loud. The newer IWI 357 Magnums do function better, but there's a reason that they remade them. It's because the other ones functioned terribly. It is a rimmed cartridge that is not intended for that design. And people are like, man, well, why isn't there more semi-auto 357 Magnums? It's because it's just not supposed to exist. That's why. I like that 500 Magnum. I got to fire. Yeah, the 500 Magnums, no joke, man. Those are no joke. I can do it single. I can't do it single hand anymore since the fucking truck hit me. That sucks, dude. 460 XVR is about as practical as a EDC as a DE50. Absolutely. No hand cannons, Dark 44 mag and up. So I used to run. I used to carry EDC, a Smith & Wesson 296 titanium. This was a really cool gun. This was a 5-shot, a little bit bigger than a J frame. Technically, it was a K&L frame. It was a 5-shot 44 special. And man, carrying the basically I could only carry gold dots because it had a 200 grain limit on it because it's titanium, scandium, and all those crazy airlight, aircraft grade aluminums and shit. That gun was cool. I got that gun for super cheap too, and that's another one that's now selling for like $2,000 that I sold for 400 back in the day. That's why I will never sell guns again, man. I may sell some things here and there to fund some purchases, but like I've made too many mistakes. So just these two examples, that Smith & Wesson 1006 I bought for 350 is now selling for well over a grand, 1,300 bucks easy. That Smith & Wesson 296 in 44 special is now selling for like 2 grand, right? I also had a Ruger Vaquero in 44 Magnum that was the Sheriff model. It was the Talo exclusive 3.75-inch barrel. It was the Sheriff model. It was so sick, man. That thing was so dope. That was really cool. Loved it. And then that was tied up in that pawn incident where the dude sold them from under me when he sold the shop. I never got that back. That was unfortunate. So as far as hand cannons, I don't think I have any hand cannons currently. I do have a couple 10 millimeters. I got the Glock 40 that I built. That's a 10 millimeter. That's the long slide 10 mil. I have the FN 510 that I bought. That's clearly a 10 millimeter. And I got hot 10 millimeter out of that thing. Like 785 foot-pounds of energy out of a 4.5-inch barrel, something like that. That's pretty hot shit. And then I have my favorite hand cannon, which is my Serbu Super Shorty with a 6.5-inch barrel. Bro, that 12 gauge, it is an AOW. It is an NFA item. But man, that thing is fire, bro. You bring it to any range and people freak out. They're like their brains can't even comprehend a shotgun so small. It's cool as shit, man. Now that, okay, so those are going for $1,200 or more, okay? Now looking back on it, excuse me, looking back on it, I absolutely would have purchased a Safety Harbor Firearms, excuse me, KEG, instead of Mark Serbu's shotgun, but it's what I got. So, but those are selling for over $1,200, and I got that shit for 600, 650, something like that. So I'm just never gonna sell any gun again. And if I do, it's because it's gotten like massive increase in value. Somebody else mentioned 5.7. I wouldn't consider 5.7 a hand cannon. 357 Sig Glock 33 Palm Rocket, too small to be a hand cannon, but bro, that thing, okay. So this right here, homie, 357 Sig. This bish, bro, look up the specs of a 357 Sig. Now I'm launching these out of a Polymer 80, okay? This thing is throwing fireballs out of it, and it is a just a mind-blowing experience to have. It's like a noisy cricket. It is so tiny, it is so small, and it just blows. Of course, it's glowy blue, but it just blows like massive fireballs out of it. The ballistics are insane. And although some people will say the Liberty Civil Defense ammo is a gimmick, it kind of is. But if you need a tiny pocket pistol that can get through soft armor, you may want to consider a Glock 33 and 357 SIG because the Liberty Civil Defense will be rocking like 2,300 feet per second out of that tiny little barrel. It's insanity. And people are like, but it won't retain all of its mass. It will blow through soft armor. Different guns are for different things, you know. There are different applications that you need different tools for. So, by the way, I picked up a 42.5-inch antenna for the Baofeng, and I got that thing over there. It's like a slap bracelet from the 80s. It is incredible. I absolutely love it. God's Marine 70. All I need is a United States Marine 45 long slide with a 30-30 and a Russian made AK-47 so I can drop it in the mud puddle and pick it up next week and it will still be smoking. Yeah, they will work. So United States Marine 45 long slide. Don't know what that is. I know that it a 1911. There are long slide 1911s. A 30-30 is a good lever gun. And if you find a Russian-made AK-47, please let me know because I will actually absolutely purchase 5 of them today, no question. But thank you for coming and hanging out. There's a tool for every job, absolutely, and there's a job for every tool. I carry a 43X with Liberty Civil Defense. Okay, so no joke. I would consider Liberty Civil Defense. Think of it like this is going to sound so bad. Okay, so you got to look at what rounds already have so much testing to the point where it is you're leveraging other like organizations to do your testing for you. So look at HSTs, look at Hornady, all the different ammunition out there, and look at all these other agencies and organizations that have done all the testing. Bro, I'm like getting out of breath from talking. It's crazy. If you, what's the best way to word it? Hold on, I need some nicotine. If you look at the Liberty Civil Defense stuff, it's basically as good as frangible ammo. If it hits a hard target or bone or something like that, it's literally going to speckle into dust. Now, if it hits something like Kevlar, like level 3A armor, it's going to punch a hole through it and still throw matter through the liquid medium behind it, but it's not going to be as effective as for the application of EDC. You want to retain as much of the weight as possible. If you're trying to get through armor, then yes, using 2,000 feet per second, projectiles in your handgun, definitely that's worth it. In an EDC situation, though, you really want to retain weight so you can dump as much energy into something as possible. The Liberty Civil Defense, if you come up against a person like this, it's gonna poke holes through them and it's gonna hurt them, but you're not necessarily gonna transfer the energy that you want into them. It's gonna basically blow through them and turn into dust or if it hits a bone or something like that. So I would say switch to something like, you know, uh, you know, HST or something like Hornady or something like that. That's all I'm saying. It's not a gimmick. It's just only to be used for certain things. We need the LE G9 though, so that's what I'm carrying in mind right now, and it took a lot. It took a lot for me to unload the HSTs from my handgun and switch over to the G9 Defense. The 45 long slide with invented for urban warfare at a distance. It will hit you like a rifle and a quarter of a mile. Okay. Dope. Um, the sight hole is drilled slightly canted. It's driving me nuts. I'm about to take the sight off and just use the Holosun. What are we talking about? You talking about an AK or something? More Beta Prince. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Just getting back from traveling for the holiday. That's what's up. Did your daughter choose the vape color for you? So it's based on the flavor. I don't get to choose. I would color it black if I could. Right with the Barstow barrel. So now you're talking about a long slide 1911. Is that what you guys are referring to? Or hear me out. Use it like don't be a menace. Do we have a problem? I don't know, bro. Armor is getting more common in crime. Okay, so absolutely. I'm not saying it's not a bad idea to have a magazine of that ammo with you. I'm just saying what's the and you need to answer this question for yourself. And I'm certainly not telling you to change. I'm just saying you need to answer the question of what is the most likely threat that you're going to become going up against. And in my situation, it's likely another person and or people that are wearing normal clothing. They may be wearing armor, they may not be. So that's why I've taken the plunge. I've switched over from the standard HSTs that I was rocking to the G9 research, but I've staggered um, the shit that'll go through aramid fibers like Kevlar or other level 3A armor, soft armor, and then also just the traditional. And here's the difference. So these are um, external hollow points. So when these hit a liquid medium like flesh, it's like a buzz saw. They just deposit all this energy, poof, and then it just splatters outside. It's crazy. But that's not the only round that I have in here. If that blows through a armor first, then it's still going to do damage behind it. And I'm not saying that the Liberty Civil Defense won't. And I also have the 124 grain plus P, which is going like 1350 feet per second. This is really made for going directly into a liquid medium target like flesh. This could do either, but it's not going to break up and shatter like the Liberty Civil Defense is. That is the only reason that I chose this over the Liberty Civil Defense. However, the Liberty Civil Defense absolutely has a place. It's just sometimes it's like this. Loading a few magazines with a few different types of ammunition gives you options where if you do have a split second to load different ammo into it, you're going to be able to kind of make the decision to grab something else for if you have the time. You likely won't. I likely won't. Um, it's not a bad thing to have different mags loaded up for different stuff. For the same reason that I have some mags loaded with XM193, and then I have some mags loaded with M855, and I have some mags loaded with 40 grain black tip 223 that goes through, out of a 14.5-inch barrel, it will go through level 3 steel plates. So, I mean, you just got to make that call. And if you still think that the Liberty Civil Defense is the best round for you, then I totally support that 100%. I'm just saying it's just something we all got to evaluate. Alternating is always a good idea. So I didn't used to do that. I used to kind of make fun of people that they do a salad. I always called it a salad because it's like mixing a whole bunch of different types of ammunition. But hey, if you wanna, it just bothered me when like I used to see dudes with like 10 rounds of FMJ and then like 7 rounds of jacketed hollow points or 5 rounds of jacketed hollow points. I'm like, bro, that it bothers me to be carrying a gun in that condition. But I mean, hey, it's just like an OCD thing. So, I just had to kind of make a decision based on that. But these are great rounds, but they're not the best thing. They're just a good option for maybe going through a barrier and maybe going through armor and flesh. Or if they do only hit flesh, they, work very well. And then these other 124 grains work well too. Wood chippers. The only place for the energy to go is into the target. The only place for the energy to go is into the target. But if a round going 2,400 feet per second just blows through it, then it's not going to go into a target. That's all I'm saying. Federal HST is my carry round. HSTs are good shit. And I'm not the authority on carry ammo. I'm just saying, some shit that I've learned here and there. Love my HSTs and everything but 45. Have you not had good luck with it in the 45? That's like the only HST round I've not done any like, I don't even want to say like testing or anything with, because I've done like unofficial testing in pools, in random shit with like you know meat and denim and all that. But HSTs have been the most consistent rounds that I've had out there. I've had like CCI, like spears and gold dots and what spear gold no, what's the other one? What's the brass? Golden sabers. I've had those literally not even expand, and not just not expand, like over and over and over, not expand in the water. The long slide is a monster. So is it a 1911, or am I just not hip? Yeah, I think I'm just not hip to what y'all are talking about. No. Go watch the G9 defense video versus HST. Yes, agreed. The 45 is for up close and personal. 30-30 is to snipe or hunt out food. The AK is to go no holds bar out. Okay. Glock P80 build. Try Michigan Cherry Ice. Okay. Print a glowy blue TPU vape cover. That's not a bad idea. Most likely threat, groups of shoplifters. Hey, then do it up. Carjackers, man, you may have to deposit precious metals to something that's behind car doors too, which if you can just if you can just switch mags or something like that. I don't know. I mean, look, then people are gonna say, but then prosecutor's gonna fuck that. You need to do whatever you need to do to live. Okay. Dark carrying blenders, basically. Lehigh Defense Phillip tips, those are good too. Yeah. Fuck him. You got a gun and you're coming towards me. You're going to be dead. See, told you. Good to mix and match. Yep. Sorry, I'm behind in chat right now. The best 9mm ammo is the Barnes Tech XPD Defense for all of it. Okay, that's what's up. I'll have to check it out. 5 feet female with a bait knife. What caliber? 5 foot female with a bait knife. What caliber? Louis Vuitton, obviously. Drop a purse on the ground. They'll freak out. They can't hit. You guys ever seen a chick set a purse on the ground? Mm-mm. I got a 68 grain plus P Extreme Defender in the CZ just for that reason. Yeah, so it depends on what the application is. I watched many body armor tests and not as of yet seen any of the civil defense go through Safe Life. Can it? Maybe, but not seen it yet. So I think it depends on which one. There is different grades of safe life safe life defense armor. Um, what's the extreme carry one? It's like super super duper thin. I can't recall what it is, but it's super thin. That shit is not getting through it. It also depends on what length of barrel. If you're shooting it through a Glock 43X, it's going to be less likely to achieve that speed that it needs to get through it. But if you're shooting it through like a 7.75-inch barrel CZ Scorpion or something like that, it's going to get over 2,000, 2,200 feet per second, and it will blow through the lesser quality. Because that hyper, somebody help me out. What is it? It's like hyper something. Um, fuck, I can't remember. Um, but whatever it is, it would probably get through the other ones if it's coming out of a longer barrel, but I don't know for sure. I just would have to do some testing, and unfortunately, don't have Safe Life body armor to test it. But you may be right. Safe Life is like hands down the best soft armor out there. Period. Gold Dot 45, any good? I would not run Gold Dots in anything. The only, when I look at all the ammo that I've tested, the only ammo that has consistently not expanded, literally, like out of all of them, Gold Dot did not expand more than any other projectile. Period. Golden Sabers. Matter of fact, the 115 grain white and green box Remington expanded more and more consistently than Gold Dots. So sorry, CCI. I'm just, you know, just being honest. And TMC says gold dots are good. You may have had different experience with mine, but than mine rather, but I just haven't had good luck with them. A heat round is your best round. It goes through anything. What's a heat round? I would love heat rounds. Oh, that's like a speed round when you go fast. Like no. Are you talking about like incendiary rounds, like tracers? I'm just busting your chops because you're new here, God's Marine. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. DLD After Dark, like an AMT hardballer. Okay, I can get with that. Actual names of actual guns. I fucks with that. I fucks with names and shit. Pumpkin spice latte and a Vogue magazine. There you go. Better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Yep. See, I always thought it was better to be judged by 12 than carried by 2 because you're going to be carried by 2 before you're carried by 6. You'll be carried by 2 coroners, 2 people to the coroner's office. So, but I also understand the whole pallbearers and, and all that. I don't know. Maybe I just heard it wrong. If I was going to go long slide 45, I'd go all the way to HK. HKs are sick. Rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Dang, all y'all are dropping the same ish. Look at that. See how much alike we are. C4 trick rounds are dangerous, but wow, holy cow, wow. You got to love those C4 trick rounds. I wish Liberty Civil Defense wasn't a hollow point. If it was something like a Full Metal Jacket or an expanding Full Metal Jacket, that would be dope because that would give you better barrier defeating capabilities, and it would still expand. That would be dope. But also, did you guys know that projectiles that are completely made out of brass are illegal? I was like, hold on. Then what about the brass golden sabers? Right? Like those Remington golden sabers. They're brass. Apparently, in the federal law or whatever for ammo that's armor piercing, rounds that are completely brass are armor piercing for some reason. I was like, shit, I had no idea. I don't know. Fuck those 12 anyway. Facts. High explosive anti-tank heat. Guess I'm talking. I hate round. It's a center round is. Guess I'm talking. I hate round. It's a center around is. That makes sense. That checks out. Brass jacket. Copper, not brass. Well, no. I'm saying that they're saying that a round that is completely made of brass is armor penetrating or armor piercing, but those golden sabers are brass jacket. Yeah, brass jacket. But I've never seen a completely brass round anyway. Um, all right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Look, I appreciate all you guys for coming and hanging out, and we got some exciting guests coming in over the next week. I have a giveaway coming up, and I know I got to figure out what is going on. Oh my god, a Zidlet, is it Zildhan, whatever the symbol company, is a devastating round. Yes, it is. A soup can is a devastating round. Um, yes, a heat round is depleted uranium round. I'm not looking just to shoot you, but through you in the tank as well. Man, you're gonna fit in just fine. We love it. I've seen the rifle rounds that are solid brass, never seen any pistol. Uh, Jan. Don't put energy behind it. Oh man, you guys know what? With this whole bullshit of the ATF saying smoke bombs and these fake ass cardboard flashbangs are banned. Like, bro, first off, you know that you can make a smoke grenade at home. Like in under a minute, you could with potassium nitrate and powdered sugar make a smoke bomb. Okay. You don't even have to do all these people that are like, you have to cook it and simmer it and this till you get the forbidden peanut butter. And then you could literally just dump it in a soup can with a fuse. Like it is so simple. If you want to make a flashbang, then what you do is you make flash powder. To make flash powder, you take potassium nitrate and then you take an oxidizer like a metal like magnesium, for example. Magnesium gives you a bright white flash. Aluminum gives you a bright red flash. Zinc gives you a bright green flash, right? There's all these different things on how to do different colors. You can mix them to get other colors too. Then you also include sulfur in that. And when you mix that up, be cautious mixing it because you don't want to use a metal spoon, and you certainly don't want to use a metal plate. You want to use a plastic spoon and a piece of paper. You want to use a process called diapering. Diapering is when you literally have, paper or pieces of paper taped together. You don't want to get shit folded up in all the creases and all that. So you use a larger piece of paper. Don't tape a bunch together. You can, but whatever. Tape will cause static electricity. Static electricity with flash powder is no good. So to defeat that, you can also put a bowl of water in the microwave and you can bring it to a boil, then bring that over to a workstation, and you can literally just have the steam in the air to take all the static electricity out of that area. You could do that too. Or you could just not be stupid and don't use anything with static or metal or anything around. You should be fine. You should be fine. But certainly don't build anything with flash powder or build smoke bombs because that's bad and the ATF doesn't want you to do it. So I would say never do that. And definitely don't pour in black powder to dry nitrate it to make big fun explosives. Don't travel with them. Don't, do anything other than consume them immediately because that breaks federal rules and laws and regulations. And you really want to use it right then, not for commercial purposes, uh, only, only for the purpose of doing things on your own property because that's lawful. You can do the same thing with RDX. You can do the same thing with erythritol tetranitrate. You can do the same thing with CL20 if you wanted to. By the way, CL20 is what they use to send ICBMs all the way around the world twice. It's a pretty crazy explosive. But yeah, the ATF can do whatever they want to encroach on our rights, to stop us from doing things. But what they can't do is take what's up here, okay? And when you can build things, you have that capability in your mind. They can never take that from you. You can do incredible things, but also don't do anything to break the laws or federal laws, state laws, rules, regulations, restrictions, ordinances, sanctions, anything like that. Don't ever break the law. Be good little boys and girls, and just be good, okay? I love all you guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out, and just stay frosty and stay strapped. Just kidding. We're gonna do this my way. Um, the most important thing, as I feel like we're walking on this diving board of life and we're walking to the end, um, get right with God, y'all, because this it's important, right? Life is but a blip on the radar of your eternal soul. So make sure that you're getting right with God. And as we close, we'll remember the most important things are your rules, the standards and expectations of what you yourself, the standards and expectations you hold yourself to. Okay. So rule number one is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. Rule number two is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. Rule number three, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. Make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And make sure that that thing is a semi-automatic 9mm Glock. That's all I'm saying. Peace out, y'all. Love y'all. And if you're here at the very, very end, you are one of the real ones. And I appreciate you. Every single one of y'all y'all have spent almost 3 hours with me and the fam, and I appreciate that so much. Okay, and I was just watching the chat, and despite the fact that it still smells like belt feds in here, I just appreciate you guys so much. Like, you have no idea how grateful I am to be here and to be here with you guys. Okay, now, although my attorney has instructed me to say in Minecraft, you know I'm not going to. Let's be real. Things are spicy, so stay spicy. Love y'all. Bye. And fuck Israel, and fuck Palestine, and fuck all of those cocksuckers.